Okay, so we're up to session 53.
Yay! Woohoo!
And I'll get people to introduce themselves, starting with Sue, who's been absent for a few sessions.
Few.
Well, I've been online a few times, but not in person.
Not in person for a long time.
Since November last year.
Wow.
I think it was the last time you were online, actually.
Was it as well? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because I think we came just before your operation, and I think you're
Oh,
on
yeah, then I
Skype
had my
like just
operation,
after.
yeah.
And then we started having technical difficulties each time, and then things popped
That's
up.
right,
and
that's right. And then and then you guys were going away. And then I was going away, and then it just went on and on. Okay. So my character is Kandu. She's a 6-foot-tall barbarian princess.
And the one everyone's been missing.
Yes. I can say that with a certain amount of sincerity.
So she's very I guess she has people that are supposed to look after her because she's a princess, but because she's probably stronger and bigger than them, she basically just does her
everything
own thing. Yeah,
She don't need
Can
help.
do's own barbarian princess.
that's right.
Can do.
Can do.
And those that can't, Cam don't.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Cam dead probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that just did.
So you ready to go next, Ariadne?
Oh, I was hoping to go last.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, Josh.
I almost had the coffee.
I almost had the coffee. So I'm playing Chauvel.
The paladin that can't do. Can do.
The paladin that's given up on
Can do.
bodyguarding
Can
can
do.
do. The paladin that's being drooled over in this region at the moment, apparently.
Boy.
Yeah. I'm blinding everyone with how much of a paladin I am at the moment. And it's very interesting on where we are. Chauvel's going to have a lot of fun diving deeper into this area.
Well, these people do love their paladins. Holy warriors are an important part of their society.
I just can't use fire, but that's okay.
You have smite.
I have many smites.
Talking of interesting characters, Cam.
Hi. I am Zal. I am the cleric wizard.
Necromancer.
Necromancer, sort of. We're getting there. Slash failed ranger, which Josh just loves to always bring up.
You are a failed ranger.
I'm
yes.
going to stab the thing. Don't know how to stab.
I did arrange magical attack when I needed to the other day, so I have learnt my lesson. I didn't get
Good.
exploded in the face with this fire bug that explodes. So I
You
have
did well.
learnt. I have learnt.
You did get shocked though.
I did get shocked. That's okay.
Right.
That didn't really hurt. I think getting fire bug exploded in my face would probably have hurt more.
No.
No, it's toasty warm. What are you talking about?
And everyone else was annoying Zal because he was trying to still do his rangery thing, and they were just pulling levers left, right, and center. Literally.
I wasn't, which is a change for me.
I was going
Yes, because
to.
the paladin was already doing
No,
it.
I was going to. I didn't do it.
You only pulled one lever.
The
They were looking at pulling more than one lever,
The
but they only
paladin
pulled one
wasn't
lever.
setting the best example. I have
That
to
is
say.
true, but they
Yeah.
were gonna go like.
No, I always make sure that I was
Alan, so
standing
was
nowhere
actually-
near the levers.
And the little baby goblin-y
Little
creature wanted to keep pulling levers as well.
Yeah, but that's why I was saying.
That's a little bit more forgivable than.
Why? He's the oldest party member.
He is.
He is technically the oldest party
He
member.
is technically the oldest party member, but sorry,
By quite a few years.
What's his actual
He's equivalent
mental
to
state?
he's equivalent to human years. He's the youngest, but his actual age is the oldest.
Raised by bloody gnomes, so.
Yes, but those gnomes. In
But he does
300
understand.
years
He does
have-
understand shock therapy though.
this, but in 300 years they haven't managed to get a single word out of him. So mentally he's like still like a 1-year-old.
Well, they never understood any word they got out of him.
That too. But even then he's small child mentally, but old age. Anyway, whatever. It's messed up.
At least it's not time travel.
We think.
I think it's just spoiled. That's why.
Spoiled. Then Ross.
Yes, I am playing Yodri, the swashbuckling pirate nanny. Currently looking after.
So I was gonna say pseudo dad, but anyway.
At least on the bright side, you're not aging every week.
Yeah, that's true.
But can it actually be the reverse, that I'm now immortal until I actually find his parents? Or I should say its parents.
You could end up being immortal.
Yeah, but then you also
I meant immortal, not undead.
You're also
We never meant that far.
pseudo dad for like ever and ever.
So currently babysitting a green goblinoid kid-ish that's currently loves pulling apart anything that's metal and putting it into wooden pieces. So I'm still trying to work out what he's actually doing. Probably just playthings.
I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually.
Yes, if he's had enough room to assemble all the bits and pieces.
And then we have Stefan.
Hello, I am playing. Let me think for a second. Sofa.
Would you like to do all the other names?
Which arm do you look at this week?
Yeah. Who is a teenage angsty elf who is well known for her songs.
Disney songs,
of
yeah!
Teenage angst. Has a couple of albums in the works. One already released.
One that has been done as a cover by your gnomish band.
Yeah,
Yes,
a few bootlegs
yes.
here and there.
And
remixes.
And remixes.
and remixes, and has apparently a manager that they didn't approve. It just happened. And
Well, you got gnomes involved.
I did, yes, but
That happens.
Random Dragon became my manager. And that wasn't
I'm
kind
not
of-
random, thank you very much.
Are you sure about
You
that?
didn't ask to be my manager. You just became my manager.
Someone had to organise your remixes.
I was doing fine before you came along. Thank you.
Good question.
Um,
Why
you're
is a
doing
6-year-old a
better now.
manager?
Well, let's just stop somebody else coming in.
Yeah, why is a 6-year-old a manager?
Well, you could have asked the 500-year-old.
Actually, we could have. That would be
Could
better.
have.
I
That
am
would've
the
been
new
hilarious.
youth, therefore I know
And-
how to remix the sounds for the new youth to hear.
I have a pet, well not pet, mount polar bear called Cushion.
Who is your biggest fan?
I'm pretty sure he's pet category though.
He's pet.
No,
cat.
I'm fairly sure he's in the category of family now.
Okay, that's
It's not
true.
a pedigree category, but you know. The amount of times he requires to be brushed every day.
So I reckon you start
Well,
to
hey-
go down ranger path.
At least he doesn't have all the bows in him today.
Yes, not today. No, we had
Well,
to
we
kind
don't
of.
know because he's not
I
here.
thought you meant like
Chauvel
real
has
bows
one goal
instead
now.
of like ribbon
No,
bows.
we had to remove those because they got in the way of the stirrups for all the gnomes.
And the Akbi kept trying to pull the hair out with him.
Yeah.
I will tie the gnomes to the polar bear with bows.
That's not gonna end well.
I'm
Yeah,
not sure
well-
how Dan would feel about that.
Cow Cricks agree.
Symbols. They've all got symbols on it, so they're
Okay, and then we're
jingle all the way.
back to Ariadna.
We're back to Cow Cricks, the white dragon with the jazz wings.
And you are off screen while you're doing that. Now you're
Yeah,
on
there we
screen.
go.
Yeah.
The white dragon with the jazz wings and the Grindelwaffle, the coffee gnome, who is currently on hiatus in Darrogan.
You left him in Darrogan.
Yep, so that he didn't have to put up with dungeons and deserts.
And a
Because we
paladin.
value him as a barista too much and he would be a great loss.
So he's opened up a store.
Possibly.
He's operating a little side cafe out of the Darrogan Tavern.
As long as it goes into
Out of what was that?
Redrian's Tavern.
The
The Knight's
Redrian's.
Rivet.
The Knight's
Rivet.
The Knight's
Rivet.
Rivet, that's it.
And so they take it on a quest to go to the deserts of Ularum to find out about some strange cults that have been showing up. And on the way there, they encountered over 1,000 hill giants on the mountain range, staring down at them, watching this paladin blip go across the scenery. In front of them.
Paladin.
Too what to handle.
Because anyone who can see him gets the word paladin in their head.
Is it as soft as that? I thought it was like a thump in the head.
It is.
Well, no, they're 1,000 feet away.
No, it's just as
Yeah.
strong as if they're right in front of you. The
What I like to
distance
think is,
doesn't
what I
fix
like to think is paladin.
Well, that's only if you're going like 1,000,000 miles an hour on your horseback.
Well, I mean, we pretty much were. we saw
Oh
1,000.
yeah, kind of. But...
And so, reaching this place, they find out that the section of the desert they entered are descendants of the of the Ethengar, called the Makastani, and they have houses instead of huts, and their houses incorporate their horses in it.
Oh.
So their horses are part of their family.
Oh, cool. I like that.
While Zal really liked the idea, Zal found it very strange.
Yeah, the whole solid house thing. Yeah. but everything else great.
So it's the first time you've seen people like you who have
Solid houses.
just got a one location. They don't just roam following their horses.
It's a rarity that I found someone who actually likes me.
And then everyone was saying how much they love the paladin because paladins are awesome.
Oh.
Yes. We are the law.
Well, wizards are frowned upon here.
Oh.
And wizards using
Isn't
fire
that
magic
right?
are
Cleric.
basically
Yes.
equivalent of committing treason.
Yes, my god. Well, I mean, my god's
No,
motive
shush, cleric.
was
Shut up,
very.
cleric.
It's kind of like, it must be like I have like a double-sided like bag. Like one side has you
up,
know,
cleric.
nothing on.
Okay, Two-Face.
yeah. Essentially, like I gotta have a side for Galatria and I'm gonna have a side for everywhere else. Apparently.
Most other places don't mind wizards. Dorican doesn't care about wizards or clerics.
Yeah, but here they're like no fire magic, no wizards. Bad.
Wizards are all sanctioned by the nation, and they have their spells pre-approved.
What about the magic I used the other day, which was the druid magic? That's fine.
Nature magic is something they like here, but there aren't many nature mages because they'd all be desert druids.
Right.
So they don't quite understand how a desert druid is going to help them make the desert into a paradise again.
Fair
Because druids generally like to keep it the same.
Am I able to use my wizard spells like when I'm with the party, or does it like
No, shut up,
is it
Derek.
like a land tree that sets out an alarm? Or do
You
I
don't
not
know.
I don't think she's got it. She's a cleric at the moment.
Shush you.
But hey, at least to
Mr. Flame on that can't flame on.
That's fine. I've got smite.
Okay, so and they've while traveling, they managed to make some arrangements with people there. They got their licenses so they can actually go into the desert and not be considered bandits.
Bounty hunters license
Yes.
and archaeologists
Yeah.
Treasure.
license.
Treasure hunter licenses.
Yeah.
And so they've gone into the desert, met with a caravan.
Oh, sorry, wrong day. Treasure hunters license.
Oh, well,
I hate
we-
that.
No. The thing is that if we do attack,
Listen, I go, oh, hang on,
Yeah.
that's that other
no.
guy.
Well, the thing is, if we do get attacked by bandits, we can get.
You
bounties
hear
off
the
them.
gnomes in the background.
I'll start to worried if they start playing that
Yeah. But that's very appropriate.
because it means that we're running into
Bad things.
bad things that happen to be force users.
Well, that might be bad for you guys. Okay, so they find they get a guide to take him into the Valley of Death.
We haven't even made it
Assad?
No,
there.
you're actually
No,
using the
Oh,
Valley
we
of
are?
Death.
We're on
Oh,
the
yeah,
outskirts.
okay.
That's
We're on
where
the
we worked out
outskirts.
saying, oh, we're not really supposed to take information back out.
So, and the Valley of Death almost has a constant sandstorm over it, which is why most people don't go in there and come out. It's got so few clear moments that you rush from location to location during the clear moments. And so you're resting in one of the ruins that your guide knows, and that's where you started to investigate and find out this ruins is bigger than you thought it was. And after going down and killing some fiery bugs, you decided to come back out again while you could. And
We didn't
rest
come
up.
back out to the beginning.
You came
we-
back out to the
we-
campsite.
Yeah, we did, but you
In-
wanted to go back in.
Oh, no, that's right, because we jarred the door open, but I went up.
The last thing I've got written here is Cheval realizes this is a place she wants to explore. That's it. That's the last thing I wrote.
Yeah! How could this go
And you
wrong?
want to look at the statues.
Yeah,
Yes,
something
so
to
you
do with
got-
statues,
no,
but
so
I
we-
didn't
so-
have that knowledge yet, so I didn't
No,
write that down.
I basically let everyone know at the end of the last session that this whole thing is a giant statue. And I said, I'm pretty sure, that it was here to spread fear in terms of other treasure hunters that came across. So the whole thing's like just kind of like a giant god, basically. They're playing god.
Being heretics.
Yeah, well, we kind of surmise that this place has people that come here quite often to reset the traps.
I just think that
Whether they're here or not at the moment, we don't know. But at least we know a way back to this entrance, and we know that pretty much everything is trapped. So be prepared.
everything is topped.
Everything is a top.
Be prepared.
Everything is top. That's what's all
Okay.
cut out of the last session. Everything is a top.
What was I got out of last game? Oh wait, I can rearrange things.
Okay, so we start this section with the
Shadow
storm just slowing
Coming
down.
out of the storm.
Would you like the shadow to come out of the storm?
6 foot tall shadow called Camdu.
Red lightsaber
Finally
and all.
tracked
Oh wait,
us
no, that's just the
down.
blood on her axe. Never
Yeah.
mind.
That's right.
Cloaked figure coming through the sound.
Sounds like
Yeah.
in
All
killing
axes
this
on
time.
She does have axes. She always
Yeah,
asks people a question. So, we'll have Cam do basically at the. You knew where to find them.
Yep.
So you'll basically be waiting for the
Hide
storm
your guide.
to abate. Your guide got lost somewhere in the sandstorm.
Oh well.
Yeah, that sounds very Camdu.
Got distracted by all the do's. Do.
Does anyone know what today's date is?
It's the
Today
16th.
is the 16th, yes.
I don't know why I write Friday, because it's always Friday. But I always write Friday.
Yeah, but not.
Until tomorrow, then it's Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the game is always on a Friday, but for some reason I feel the need to write Friday.
So maybe
Don't worry,
because
Em does it
you play
too.
other
I
games,
do that too.
you
Em
play
does it
other
too,
games,
Friday.
it might be
But I've got a
different book
book
for each game.
each game. Yeah.
Ah, so-
Well, see, I write Friday as well. Funny enough, I don't do it in the other book.
See,
I just write the date in the
that's-
other book.
for the other
Other
games.
game,
Yeah.
Well, sometimes the game day does move. But it hasn't for a long time.
No.
But normally it counts for holidays or special events and stuff
yeah.
like that. And if I have enough warning, I generally try to do it at least a month in advance. Say, can we do it on another day?
On it, yeah.
And if it's
Which
less than a
is
month in
probably what's
advance, I
going to happen
generally
over
cancel it.
PAX.
Yeah, because you've got tickets. I saw that. Awesome.
Managed to get it after
4 hours.
Yeah, 4 hours, and you were what, the 3,000 something hundred
Very
version?
and then someone who got on later that day got on in 5 minutes and bought tickets.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then sort of said, hi, I got my tickets after 2 minutes. And Mark's like, really?
Oh,
I got my tickets. I don't care. There was a chance that tickets were going to be sold out.
Sold out, exactly.
And at the moment, they've almost sold out of the 3-day tickets.
Wow.
Because what are they limiting it to?
They haven't told anyone.
Oh.
No, they haven't.
It's going to be funny when they refund them
Just the
all.
tickets are limited.
Yeah.
That's super dodgy, but anyway.
Well,
I don't reckon there's going to be any
Especially
limit
if
with all the
you
COVID
organise
vaccinations
for-
going around. For it to be packed.
Well, I'm hoping for the best. Okay, so the storm finishes. You look outside your covered area, and you find Camdu just looking around the place, trying to figure out where she is.
You can deal with her.
Yeah.
Camdu, you're in the desert. We're in here.
Turn around. There's this campus thing on the side of a bit of stone that you slept against.
Oh, okay.
So you didn't roll great perception for the night, but you know, you've now come good.
This is Camden we're talking about, so we're not surprised at
Camdu
all.
always seems to find you no matter where you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I think they're over there now.
So of course Calcrick's runs up and throws herself in Camdy's arms for a hug.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Camden
so
likes
you got this
goblins.
big dragon in your
Yeah.
arms.
Yeah, the
Well,
Fred Flintstones.
Camdu's the only person who can take a running jump hug.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which
yeah.
is one of the reasons Calcrix loves Camdu.
Then as you get older, it's like-
such.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I was going to say it.
Chauvel could, just Chauvel just decides not to.
I can, but it
I'm
just
just
looks
like-
a bit weird.
No, just.
Zol's strength is, yeah.
I
like
give
to be
Snap the
desired.
arms.
I give you normal hugs because I know that it would hurt you and I don't want to hurt you. You still get hugs.
I still get hugs. Yes.
Okay, so as you're greeting her, you do notice that behind you, the stairs that you've been resting under continue up. And above, at the top of the stairs, you see 3 30-foot tall statues.
Wow.
3.
30 foot tall.
Mhm.
Wow.
The
Like I said,
statue on the left
God.
appears to be a strong-bearded man holding a balance in one hand and a lightning bolt in the other.
Let me guess. Judge and executioner?
Quite possibly. Maybe it is a combination of Odin and Zeus.
Yo, paladin.
Stop.
The
Who are they?
middle statue is of a winged child with 2 snakes twined around its body. The child holds a wand in one hand and a handful of coins in the other.
Sounds like Cupid, but
And the statue on the right is of a beautiful woman holding in her hands a sheaf of wheat and a longsword.
Oh, sounds like my kind of person.
Can you please tell me what the man's holding?
The man is holding a balance in one hand and a lightning bolt in the other.
Thank
Who are they? Let's figure this
I
out.
wish I could write as fast as you talk.
Just need to activate that, auto translate.
So it's a balance, did you say?
A balance in one hand and a lightning bolt.
Lightning
in the
bolt in
other.
the other.
Yes.
16 on religion.
16 at the religion. You're looking at them. Not one of these makes sense to you.
Interesting.
They look older than anything you've seen. Probably
Ooh.
about maybe 1 to 2,000 years old
Oh,
since
wow.
they were originally carved.
Hey, small child, what?
the child had snakes and coin bag, was it?
And the child has 2 snakes twined around his body and held a wand in one hand and a handful of coins in the other.
Does Camden know anything about these, like from her?
From your travels, these just strange
Just
statues.
nice. Just, well, she likes the lady.
It's a little worn for your interests.
Huh?
It's been worn by the ravages of wind and sand for long enough that it's not as interesting.
Okay.
And the lady was wheat and
A sheaf of wheat and a longsword.
a longsword.
Is the longsword real or is it just carved?
Carved.
Maybe we could do a Google search.
If only there was Google in D&D.
There is. It's a no. Unfortunately, we don't have access to it. I reckon he's the curator of the Gnomish Library.
I asked our guide, Sim, whether he recognises these from their lore.
All he knows is whenever he's looking for this campsite, he looks for the statues.
Right.
Is this the only one with these statues, or there's other ones with similar?
Well, there are other ones with statues, but he doesn't really pay that much attention to the statue. This one's got 3, other ones have less, other ones have more.
So you use
just
them more as a
point-
landmark of it.
It's a landmark, the strange statues.
And so, but that has nothing in their lore history that he's aware of.
Not that he knows of. It's in the Forbidden Zone as far as he knows.
Yeah.
So he doesn't tell people about the statues outside of the zone.
Yeah, because that's like taboo.
He doesn't really. He likes having his head on his head.
Yeah, given how you
Most people
the other
prefer
day.
it that way.
So let me guess, the ones with that Cheval was looking out of, it's probably the one with the balance and the light?
He went up the middle one,
middle
so
one?
the child.
Child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Each
So-
ladder goes up into a different one.
Okay.
The man was on the left, the child's in the middle, and the woman was on the right.
Yep.
So-
And then make a nice commanding presence over the top of the pyramid, because it's very much in pyramid shape that you can see from here,
Okay.
and mostly buried in the sand.
And we already know that it probably goes quite deep.
I don't suppose there's any pictures.
Closest picture you have of it is that.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that helps me visualise it a lot better, though. So I wasn't sure how they were placed on the pyramid.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's quite cool.
It's not accurate to the map, but
Yeah.
that's the one that they've got for the picture.
Cool.
So, camera. I now have to make the camera actually point back where it's supposed to point.
Sorry. I was just having trouble visualising the statues on the pyramid.
All good. It's these cameras that keep wanting to move on their own.
I didn't do it. You didn't see me, you can't prove it anymore.
Okay. So, you've chopped open the main door.
Yeah, we used Sims like climbing. Hooks or something.
So, Cheval wants to explore more. Does that mean we are going to make preps right now to go deeper into this thing and for longer than just a few hours?
Presumably, because we'd be starting in the morning rather than I think we started in the afternoon before, didn't we?
Did we
think.
relate most of this information to Kendu?
Probably. I wouldn't see why we wouldn't.
We have long talks.
Good.
Little dragon goes snoozy on Kendu.
Camden, yep. Like before.
Yeah.
That's why you miss Camden.
Yeah. Comfy, snoozy place.
The a Sim doesn't want to deep dive.
Assam,
into
I think his name
Oh,
is.
Assam or oh, sorry,
Assam.
Assam.
Asan, yes.
Yeah. A-S-S-A-N.
Sorry,
No.
The other one was the guy who you got the licenses of.
that's right. Sorry. Yep.
It's okay, I had to look it up, so.
I must have looked the wrong line names.
It could be worse, I could be making you name everyone.
That's just part of last session. Look at the tiny writing.
Yeah, I can't write that small.
Yeah. And then I think last session so much happened that that's also last session, and then that's last session as well. So,
Well, we do have videos so people can fall asleep watching that at a later time.
Yes, the beating of a
is
sun.
that a hint? You'd
Slightly.
like me to change my nightly programming?
Well, if you want to catch up on what you have missed, you
I
can
don't
rewind
see
the
how I
blip.
can catch up while sleeping to it.
Well,
But
who knows, it might sink
okay.
in more.
Better than what?
Might sink in more.
It's like subliminal messaging in your sleep. You did all this.
I have
in
a
the last
feeling the
session.
GM is expressing some sort of frustration with my lack of memory.
But you've written pretty thorough notes.
Yeah, I
know.
think
You do
I
write
think
thorough notes.
considering the amount of pain this costs me, he would actually feel like I'm flattering him because I'm actually feeling it's worthwhile taking that penalty. But no, he wants me to watch the videos as well.
He wants to get his
He does have
viewership
a
up.
nice voice though. I'll get the watchership up. Just put it on permanent play in the background.
He doesn't want to go deep diving with us. He's happy to mine the stuff from the animals, and the animals are also mining him. So,
Yes.
Yeah, I suggest this is a place we don't want to take the mounts down into.
no. Well, we didn't before anyway.
Well,
so
considering there's a ladder, horses aren't very good on ladders.
No.
But the XP might make it.
Maybe.
No.
He's pretty dexterous, but yeah, I'd say he'd be more of a disaster with other things.
Well,
Yeah.
he did like your uncle's tower.
Yes.
He learned how to open doors.
Great. Yeah, I really
Oh
don't
God,
want the
that's
axe beak pulling
Levers.
random levers and having us like impaled. That'd be great. Thanks.
Or setting up traps.
Or setting up traps. Yeah.
Though he did find where the latrine was and liked to stalk places like that.
Yes, I know.
Open the door and there's an axe beak. Shut the door and I'll come back later.
Come back, there's still an axe beak there.
Occupy.
You gotta go sometime, buddy.
Yes.
Hopefully
I'm
we've
gonna go
curved
hide
that
behind the bush.
a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Maybe. I'm hoping. Anyway,
Well,
I've been
he's got that
trying.
rivalry he's working on.
Yeah, well, and I've been trying to work on not making it so much a rivalry, but yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Well, when they both think they're the favourite child.
I'm working on it. I'm trying my hardest as a parent of two very stubborn animals. But anyway.
Hopefully I'm not one of those.
No. You're good.
You're a guardian.
Yes, I'm a guardian.
Parent
Okay.
of 3 stars.
So, you get yourself ready for going down into the depths. For the dragon doesn't require much.
Take my bag of holding and I think that's it at the moment. I don't even have a gnome to take care of right now.
It's the latest you've been for a while.
Yeah, you no longer have fire support.
Fire support?
Yeah, well, the gnome probably had a crossbow or something like that.
He really used it.
No.
Or throwing,
He-
scolding.
He
Scalding
wasn't
coffee.
he wasn't paid
Right.
enough to initiate combat with the rest of us.
He might get like one of those little, what are they called? The
Slingshots.
slingshots with coffee beans and smoke them into
That's
small
right.
bits,
Yeah,
but
that's what. he
that's
used to do.
probably about all he would be up to doing.
You
'Cause
probably might use steam attacks.
yeah, he could probably use a steam attack.
I need a 30-minute short rest in a corner somewhere so I can brood for half an hour. So I have my teenage angst ready.
Okay, so while everyone else was having their catch up on Camdu, you were doing your brood.
Yep, I'm brooding.
I thought you said brew for a second. I'm like, wait, there's coffee.
No,
Yes, he's brooding.
staring into a corner and brooding for half an hour so I can have my power of my teenage angst with
So
me.
give me a performance roll, see how well you brood.
Sure, that's a type.
Natural 20,
Does
because this is what always
suddenly appear.
Close but no cigar.
happens.
You smoke?
Performance, did you say?
Yep.
That's a 17.
So he does this amazing brood in the corner that keeps drawing people's eyes to him. As little lizards from the sands try to cozy up to him, but never quite reach him. As this flush of feathers would go past, and another flush of feathers would go past.
Feathers.
Yeah,
Come
axe beak.
Axe
beak.
Axe beak.
Oh.
Remember the axe
You've
beak?
got you've given him
Right,
breakfast.
I've been summoning. Okay, yep,
Yeah,
yep.
you're feeding the axe beak.
Let me ring the breakfast bell.
And so every morning the axe beak tries to wake you up, so you can brood every morning.
Yeah, the axe beak gets you
Smart.
up early enough so you can brood.
And he gets breakfast.
It's
Yeah.
Well, he knows who makes his
Wait, you
food.
never figured this out? This axe beak knows what it's actually doing.
I've got to check if he knows the home ring.
Well, it's wherever you brood is the home,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you
because you
see,
produce food.
you may not be able to teach the axe beak the home room, but you can probably
Yes.
teach the axe beak the brood room.
Yeah, it's a self goal. I'll get there one day. I will regret it, but I'll get there one day.
Yeah, okay.
Well, once the axe beak starts summoning its own woodland animals, you might be a bit worried.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, I think even Zal would be a bit worried.
Summoning my
It's got
own
to do in
food.
our
It's not in my
backyard.
own food. What?
Oh crap. Why do I know?
What happened? Your axe beak got druid levels. Oh.
Oh,
That'd be
no.
amazing.
No.
It's like, the
No.
axe beak's missing, but there's a elephant-like being thing here.
Wait, there's another party member that's a human.
Why does he keep turning into
Yeah, with-
more ambush predators?
With this expression just going,
Yeah, no, I'd be very worried that day.
Okay.
Axe beaks
Every day
with
I'm-
beast shape.
Every day.
He's wise enough to pull it off.
yeah.
I think we're more worried about the horse, which we don't hear much about.
Well, the horse is happy as long as the axe beak is playing up. Because it's a good child then.
Oh,
Yeah, this is my problem at the moment is I'm trying to not get the horse to antagonize the axe beak and vice versa, and it's not working.
The good news is that since we're going for this deeper exploration, that's now going to be Assan's problem for a few days.
That's true.
And you won't have a problem when you come back because it's only going to be an axe beak.
You never know. Asan could probably teach them stuff, and you might come out with two very well-behaved animals, but they no longer want your love and affection. They
Well,
want
Not the
Asans.
axe beak.
I gave
I think
both
that's a
of them-
6-year-old dragon talking.
I gave
Yeah.
both of them the task of looking after our stuff collectively. So, and if they cooperated doing that, then they would both get rewarded for it.
Okay.
So
Sure.
they're having, I hope, a friendly competition of who can guard the best.
Friendly, you say.
Yes. I
Mom.
made
Good luck with
I
that.
made sure that there's like, if there's any injuries on you two, there's nothing you're gonna get out of it. So
Injuries, I'm
Yeah, you said
concerned about it.
injuries.
It
You didn't say
depends on
death.
whether one of them's manipulated enough to injure themselves and then claim the other did it.
Ooh, the axe
I
beak,
don't think the axe beak's smart enough to do that, but the horse might be.
I'm more concerned we'll have another repetition of when we get back and there's only like one goat and there's others missing. It's like,
It's like, I thought we had a axe beak and a horse, but there's only a goat.
yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
Who had the
Yeah.
goat?
And it happens to talk, and his name is Stendrak.
Yeah.
And then we're
There
all
we go.
It's evil.
Revenge is
Just
mine.
imagine we get back and the axe beak said no horse.
Well, anyway, I hope I've made it clear enough that they cooperate together doing this. Then good
You
things
believe you
happen.
have?
I hope so.
Right, so down we go.
Because I'm trying. I don't know what else to do.
Down?
Down.
It could be worse. It could be something from a thing where you
Well,
got an axe beak and a horse.
We figured
falling
out
down.
that the 3 ladders will go down the same area. I don't think we ever checked what the left door did, but the right one was the trap door. So we know we can just like do the thing. The trap door comes down, and then like we know to avoid that and then go down. We know there's a bolt in the middle, and that's suspended as well. So either way,
And the bolt's still sticking out of the door.
yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's going anywhere anytime soon. Just saying. Unless someone knows, like, transmute rock or something, but I don't know.
I don't know much.
It's called a hammer.
No, but it's like this huge crossbow button. It's
Yeah,
embedded.
I know.
It's embedded like that far into rock.
I
So
know, you were looking at the
Is it
hole
made
that I
of
was
metal?
coming out of.
I believe it was. These were made out of iron.
Because I can heat metal.
I mean, you could probably get
It would
out
take
then.
a lot of castings, but I could technically heat it enough so it could come out.
Okay.
So, we head down.
You head down. You find yourself in the room with all the boxes, gears, machineries, levers.
The lever
Um,
room.
You see levers everywhere.
Oh, what
they-
do
they
the
make-
levers do?
They,
Don't play with the levers
Why not?
because.
This one looks fun.
But no.
and you hear the sound of something crunching in the background somewhere. They have a nice little sound effect for that one.
You might kill us all.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, Martin and I will.
With the charcoal, I'm going to mark where the levers are currently placed.
Okay. And you notice that one of the doors that you hadn't looked through is now open.
Is that because of the lever pulled, or
By the time you got down there, the lever had already been pulled. Okay, came to his quick.
yeah? Well, she's got a bigger stride than I have.
Yep.
And plus, she's the fearless, upfront person.
I'm always the one up front.
While stepping on crispy bug bits.
Well, less crispy, but they are doing well.
Yours is coming.
Got yourself some as well.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
There'll be probably plenty more if you want more.
Okay. So yes, you see a doorway heading off to the east.
In the lever room.
In the lever room, yes.
Okay.
You still got
did
two
any of you
doorways
have
that are...
enough can do pulled leather?
Yes, door open. You
Okay.
think. But the door was open by the time everyone else got down there.
Okay. Do you know whether it was closed or open at the start?
Just saw levers and pulled one.
I just saw leave and pulled it. Because you said not to pull any more, so I didn't pull any more.
Well, we just learned yesterday that it could be a very dangerous place. And that everything is trapped. Like bolts and arrows and trapdoors and pits
Poison
and
gas.
spikes and gas. Yes, poison gas.
Would you mind throwing that away for you?
Oh no, let's go. Let's go.
Does that mean Chauvel's leading the way?
I believe Camdu went down first.
Okay. But are we waiting for the rest of the party?
Yeah, because our paladin is our light.
I don't know. Camdu, she's very proactive.
Unless there is actually a light switch around here.
That you can see.
Not that
Very
I'm going
nice.
to touch.
It's not bad that they're crunchy. It's quite delightful.
If anyone else wants more, we have a lot left. So feel free.
Well, we have gastric sleep, so we'll probably have some of it later.
The honey mustard is really nice.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's good. I haven't tried that
Do you
one.
want to try some?
What is it?
Honey mustard.
No, I don't like honey mustard.
Can I try
I
it
know
a
that.
little bit?
So, Josh, are you leading the way?
Ooh, that is nice.
Yes, Chauvel shall lead the way
Did
with.
you hear about Camdu pulling the lever and the door opening?
Which one?
They told me it's too late not to pull any levers.
Oh, and you pulled a lever.
And when you went to lead the way, you found
To
out
be
Camdu
honest,
had
you
already
didn't
beaten.
leave a lot of time.
That's very Camdu though.
But this is what we love about Camdu.
Camdu just jumps in head first.
Did you want to try some of the honey mustard?
That's quite nice.
Yeah, actually, let's grab some of that and I'll just put it on the plate.
Did you want to try that one?
I'm happy with that at the moment because it's quite nice.
So you've come down, and Camdu's pulled a lever, and the door to the east is open. We believe.
So this is down where we killed the firebugs?
It is where you kill the firebugs. You still have
The lever room.
over 20 different levers around the room.
Oh god.
Camdu has pulled one of them.
Yep.
20 years. Stuck on our wall.
I like how Camdu totally ignored the whole explanation of the day before, saying all the levers are trapped.
All the levers are believed to be trapped until proven otherwise.
I think terrified dragons stopped her from pulling more though.
Fair enough.
Otherwise, I believe she would have gone through the entire room pulling every lever.
Yeah, I probably would have if Dragon had stopped me.
Pull one down, track up the dates. 19 more levers on the wall.
So are we pulling any more levers or
No, we were already going. Well, the levers are upstairs. We've come down, and the door was open, so we're going through the door. Camdu's already gone through the door.
Okay. So,
What does Camdu see?
Camdu sees do you have a light source?
A light source.
What's your vision in dark?
I've got dark vision.
No, you've got dark vision. I don't think I have.
I'm with you.
The blinding paladin comes from.
We had dark vision, but there's a beacon of light in the way.
I don't.
I know, but I have my dad.
My dark vision, it's not working anymore.
I have my drift globe, but I don't know whether I fully.
No, I don't. I don't
Through
think
yet.
I have a light source.
But our paladin was a light source.
I am light source.
No, I can't see anything.
So you might have to let Chauvel come to the front.
All I can see is my paladin, that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
And when you
I'll
look,
make
you
it
just get the
front.
word paladin. So what's that? Oh, paladin. Okay, yeah.
I'll ask Chauvel to come up
And then as Chauvel passes, you get the paladin in the middle of your head and you go, yeah, you haven't really missed that.
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining Camdu grabbing Chauvel going, yep, okay,
Get
oh,
over
this is in
here.
the corner, oh, yep, okay, yep.
Probably.
Please do that, Camdu.
Yeah, it sounds like fun.
Whereas I just pick up Chauvel
And
and
they're just
Just
walking
keep
along.
Chauvel
So
under
I
your
can.
arm.
So what do I see now?
Chauvel, literal human torch.
Flame on.
You see a hallway that ends in a T intersection with doors either side of the hallway.
Sticks to my head around the corner. What do you see?
Whack. Ah, crossbow.
So did you say it's just a corridor?
Yeah, a corridor that ends in a T intersection, and along the path of the corridor, a door on either side. So a door to the north and a door to the south.
Are they locked? Handles?
You haven't tried them yet.
Okay, can I see handles?
You can see handles.
By the light of the paladin.
By the way,
By the light of the paladin, you shall pass.
Yeah, while they're doing
By the
that, I'm
power
marking
of
where the door
Grayskull.
is.
That's kind of like
I'm
that.
not a
Yeah,
torch.
that's what
So
Yes,
it's
you
actually
are. Stop complaining. You're a very good
work out
torch,
a way
Shabelle.
of getting
Time
out.
to put me down.
No.
Good luck winning the check for the strength check for that.
Chevelle's strength's not too bad, but it would be a funny fight to watch.
Okay,
I'm
so
just flailing around it.
you mark where the door is.
Yeah.
With the charcoal.
Yep.
Okay.
I
I
don't want
was
to
gonna
get
say,
lost.
why are we hunters marking the door? Are we afraid the door's gonna kill us?
No, I'm more afraid that the door will
It's a
disappear
mimic.
type thing.
It'll close
It'll
and there won't be a
close,
door
and
there
we
anymore.
need to know which door which we came
And then
in.
we get gassed again.
Not just a pretty face.
Okay. So, as you move forward, does anyone do anything with either of the doors?
Yeah, Dragon's opening one.
one?
No, I asked if I can see handles.
I said you could.
Oh,
By the light
okay.
of Chevelle, you can see the handle.
Okay.
The light of
I asked Chevelle about opening the doors.
You can't quite reach them under the arms of.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm stuck.
I asked Zal since Candu's hands are kind of full with her spear
and
No,
her light
it'd
source.
be
light
all
source.
Cheval. I'm not being carried one-handed, unfortunately. That's just not happening.
I do. Was it the survival check to see the ones that have been used more, or was that the
That was survival
sure.
check.
I'll bring it
Would-
over on my
yeah.
my.
You make a survival
They're
check.
still in the bag, the other ones.
12. Okay, neither of these look like they've had a lot of use recently.
Can I get through the corridor to see?
But it does look as if this corridor gets clean on a regular basis.
Oh, interesting.
That's gonna be.
So, right in the assumption that people come here pretty often, or
And then get eaten by a dog.
the place is maintained to keep the traps and stuff active or something.
I hope it's not what I normally think for cleaning up dungeons is. Do not have a
That's just the room sweeper.
Yeah.
He prefers the name Terry, but you know.
No, I thought it was Rupert.
QB.
Or whatever that is.
Rubik's?
The robot. Sweep.
Okay, so. Does Zal open one of the doors?
I was going to see if there was any.
Do you want more than that?
So, I was happy with what you gave
Happy
me,
with
so
that?
I just was holding my hand out while I was reading. Okay, so you want to look further down beyond the doors?
Yes.
Okay, so beyond the doors, by the light of Cheval, you can see that the corridor goes north and south.
I also,
become a
I-
curse by the light of Chevelle.
I also have my drift globe, so it could be by the light of my
By
dad.
the power of Cheval, you shall see.
Right, I've seen the light.
Blinded by the light.
I'm this close to activating the daylight spell on my dad. This close.
Well, at least you
It's alright, I've
outshine
got shades.
Yeah,
I'm wearing sunglasses.
that's kind of why I'm like this close to
I'm gonna
doing
prove you
it.
wrong.
Anyway, by the
You are
power,
right,
of
you're
by
wrong.
the power of Cheval, I
You're a
see.
stank, but you're an asshole. Bitch, I hate people.
Is it the T intersection? Like, have I gotten up to that, or is
Mhm.
that's just what I see?
You can get up to the T intersection,
Mhm.
and then you can see it goes north and south beyond what you can see.
And there's doors along there as well.
Not that you can see, the corridors just continue on.
Is there any symbols on the doors? Or is it just
None at all. That's quite useful for you. They're completely clean. They don't even look like they've been wiped down recently.
Yay. Such attention to detail.
So is there only 2 doors, or is there many doors up the corridor I just walked?
There is one to the north, one to the south,
Oh, there's only
And one we cannot see.
and then corridors that go north and south.
And there's a paladin.
And then there's a paladin getting held back campers.
Have you done like a trap check on any of the doors?
I haven't done a trap check. I did check to see if they've been used recently, and that doesn't look like it.
It's usually a hand check.
But you
Your
can't-
hand's still remaining. It's
So when
not trap.
when Zal does that, she can't actually check the traps. She's checking for what's being used.
I can make another roll to check for traps, but
It's a perception roll that anyone
it's
can make.
a perception roll that anyone can make. And my perception is god awful now that I'm not actually a ranger. Which is why I'm using my survival skill, because that's somewhat okay to check whether they've been used or not. Because that is giving me more of an indication than any
Can I do a
my
trap
perception
check
rolls.
then on the doors?
You can.
D20?
It is a d20. As Yodri sitting in the background going, this is not me.
yes, one who is
is
actually
that perception?
It is perception.
who actually has the equipment for it.
Well, for picking the locks, they don't have the equipment. If there's locks.
23.
23, you look at it and now the north door doesn't look like it's trapped.
I open the north door.
Okay. It unlocks and opens.
Please don't die.
Yes, the door was not trapped. The
We see a
doorway
skeleton
was
with a
trapped.
scythe on the other side.
Okay, so the room contains what appears to be an old bed, a writing table, chair, and a chest.
A bed.
From the looks of the furniture, these quarters have been abandoned a long time, but it's still kept fairly clean. From behind the bed, you can see a head of a large, pale blue lizard with orange spots staring at you.
A live lizard?
Yeah.
obviously.
Okay. How big is it?
Okay, let me see if I can actually get the proper scale for you.
Is it the same size as?
Bigger than me or smaller than me?
That's what I said. I gotta get the size for you.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Okay, so I'm using it from. I love it when they have different sources and they don't tell you which source the monster comes from.
Alright.
Yes, it comes from The Simpsons, as it happens to be Archer's sister's that lizard.
Okay, here we are. It is bigger than you.
Oh, how much bigger than me?
So you're a small-sized creature at the moment, aren't you? Or
You
you're
said I'm the
medium.
size of a big dog,
Yeah,
Yeah.
small.
maybe
Small-sized
a
creature.
slim lioness type size.
So lioness would be medium.
Yeah.
So you're smaller than a
You
lioness.
said I'd be like a skinny one, like a leopard or you know, a cheetah.
Yes, so they'll be the smaller cats. So this one is a large-sized lizard.
Whoa.
So it's
I whisper.
its head would be almost as wide as some of you are tall.
I whisper, can do.
Yeah, what's the problem?
Big lizard.
Oh, cute.
I hide behind can do.
Just be careful of the creatures in here. They tend to explode, or at least the bugs did. So, and they breathe fire, which people don't like fire here. So,
What are you talking about?
Okay, Cam's gonna go over and coo to it and try and pet it.
Okay, give me an animal handling roll.
Are you going to use your ring?
What ring?
Your animal
Your animal
French's
ring.
French's.
She never remembers she has that one.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Use your ring,
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll use my ring.
which has got animal friendship,
Yeah, yeah.
charm,
Okay.
Yeah, use the ring.
Okay.
wisdom 13.
Just gonna look up the spell specifically to make sure I get it right.
It's called animal friendship.
Feel free to
Yeah,
use.
it's a charm version.
Calcrix's got
If it's
that.
got an intelligence of, what's it, 4 or more, it doesn't work.
Page
So
212. Oh, okay, never mind.
So do I still have to do the animal handling roll, or we just use the ring?
Well, use a ring,
That's what
but
he's
it
looking
also
up.
gives you bonuses if.
No.
But that's also, did she attune it as well?
That was really yummy.
I don't think she
No problem.
I don't think Camden has that many achievements, to be honest, because she's got the spear and the ring, I think. And that was
because I think it tuning to it actually gives you extra charges.
I'm just going to see what I had on that for it as
I
well.
would have thought Camby's attunement slots would be taken from her with Bubble.
she has the spear.
Yeah.
Did she have some armor or something?
Animal influence.
But the spear, the axe, and the ring.
If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, its spell fails. I don't think this is going to work on your horse. I think your horse has got an intelligence of 5.
Okay, so you succeed on your animal friendship.
Yeah.
You can then speak to it as well if you want.
Oh, I'll ask it.
I like to think one hand's patting the lizard, the other hand's holding Shay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 3 charges on the ring,
Yep.
and you spent 1 to make it friendly.
Okay.
You spent 1 to be able to talk to it.
Yep.
You spent 1 to make it talk to you.
Yeah, I'll ask it if this is its home.
Okay. It looks at you and goes, "Where is a home?
Ah. Is this where you sleep?
I sleep here.
Okay.
Big light. What's a paladin?"
Hey, you can read.
No, it's because it's just had Paladin screen in its face.
Yep.
What's a paladin?
Nope.
This shakes
Looks-
it around.
This is a Paladin holds up the bell.
Is paladin food?
No.
Watch it. It
You have
changes.
food?
I'd like to see it
it
try.
changes-
I'll reach into my pouch and hand over some.
It changes
Right.
colour when shaken.
It enjoys it.
Huh?
It enjoys the food.
Good.
It just
Changes
munches
colour when
away.
you drop back
Seems to be
the
singing
box.
to itself.
Okay, but I'll say we're all very nice. You look after yourself here.
Okay, and then it goes and starts crawling up beside the bed again.
Okay.
Let me pet it.
I don't know.
Can you ask it if I can pet it?
I'll ask it if the dragon can pet it.
Dragon? There's a dragon? It looks scared.
I just want to give it a nice little scratch just in the right spot.
Dragons eat lizards.
I'm
This
a
one-
lizard
this one-
too.
This one doesn't. This one wants to be friendly.
Friendly dragon?
Yeah.
Crazy dragon?
Yeah. But friendly.
That's what tells Cam to because it can't actually tell you
Okay,
directly.
alright.
Yeah.
What
Do,
type of
do I
reptile is
get to
it?
give it a scratch onto the chin?
It appears to be it's a lizard.
So
Okay.
Okay, so it sort of pauses and lets you scratch it.
I give it a little scratch in just the right spot.
Okay, give me an animal handling.
What's that?
That is
Wisdom-based.
wisdom if you don't
Please
have it
don't let
already.
me kill it. If you make me kill an animal, you're gonna pay for it
It's
all
your dice
weekend.
that
No,
does
you
it.
won't. Well, I was about to say, you probably won't kill it. It's probably-
Shit, 11?
11. Okay, you're spending time trying to find the right spot. It
Okay.
has that look of long suffering, sufferance of you trying to
At
scratch
least
it.
you did roll 1. With
Do I eventually find the right spot? Oh. Oh, at least I
Stop.
didn't kill it.
Stop.
I thank it
You're
and
probably really
apologise.
annoying it.
Make friends with the animal. I'm 6. I like making friends with animals. At least I didn't pick it up by its head and carry it around like toddlers do cats.
true.
Which would be interesting if you picked up something twice your size.
Oh, I just wanna
You carried it around.
be
Yeah, my
an
friend.
animal.
Like
How do I get
Camden
better
does
animal
survive.
handling skills?
Yes.
How'd you get it? You can learn over time.
Okay. Who can teach me?
People who like handling animals.
Yeah, rangers.
Yeah.
Some rangers are great at
Yeah,
it.
Power Rangers.
Can I teach it?
Quite possibly over
Cleric's
time.
amazing.
Okay.
In our off time, that's definitely something we can do.
Okay, so
I'm happy with that.
looking around the room,
I'm not into what you say.
I am.
I know you are, but
Some of them don't need to be saved, okay? Just worry that out.
give me a perception check while you're in there. So the two of you who went in there get to make a perception check.
Well, I mean, Chauvel's in there as well.
yeah.
he's kind of
Either
being
head first
forced.
or first, hard to
14.
tell.
12.
14.
You're good.
Non-natural 20.
Wow.
Okay, you can see that there is parts of a body under the bed, but then again, you are dangling from Camdu or Camdu.
I'm probably hanging upside down at this stage going,
Is it a human?
oh yeah.
Well, he's the one who's seen it.
Oh, okay.
I'm basically hanging upside down because Camden's trying to like
You
pat
point the
and-
body out to us?
It's kind of hard when, like, you know, I'm like upside down. I'm like, okay, body bits under bed, blood rushing to head. Please put me down.
Do you put him down?
No.
He might
I'm
die,
gonna
he might
pass
die.
out in a minute.
Could you at least tip him up the right way?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
So does he change colours when he is unconscious?
Don't know yet.
Yeah, the light probably goes out.
Okay, so now you know there's body bits under the bed.
Yeah, well, the lizard probably ate something.
Get the lizard eat it?
We also know Cheval does not work like a lava.
I'll ask the lizard if it ate it. What the body box under the bed.
If the lizard knows what the body is under the bed.
Yeah,
Yesterday's dinner.
it was tasty.
Still going through it.
Okay.
Do we know if it was like a people person?
Wasn't a lizard.
Wasn't a lizard.
Yeah.
Did you kill it or you found it dead here?
There's a difference.
Yes.
Was it wriggling before you got to it?
Yes.
Well, no.
That's a very good way of phrasing it, actually.
Your
But
lizard
unfortunately, I
friend
can't talk
doesn't
now.
seem to understand the difference between, live or dead.
Yeah. Oh well.
It's just food.
Does it still have clothes? Or is there any clothing?
You go have a look?
Yep.
Okay, so yes, there are,
A zombie hand wraps around your neck.
there's a leg, 2 arms, still attached to the upper torso.
Is there any, like, clothing or bag or gear of any sort?
Is it wearing
Well,
shoes?
It's not wearing shoes because, well, one of the legs is missing.
That's
And
big.
Well, we're trying to
He's
work
been
out.
dead before we got here, okay?
Yeah. You gotta give it that.
And looking at it, most of the it was wearing some sort of desert
Is there
colored
any
robes.
pockets or anything that
And-
we could look in? That's
Could-
what I'm after.
I was trying to get out stuff.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I haven't been able to have my payments.
I know. I'm just trying to say, pause for a moment while I try to get words out. I don't talk as fast as you sometimes. Okay. And it seems to be wearing a mask of some kind of a bird-like creature that seems to have gold inlaid into the mask.
Like a masquerade type mask?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
A masquerade mask, but desert robes, you were saying.
Desert-colored robes that are pretty much shredded.
So something
Can
what
I
a cult would wear.
remove the mask and show it to Chauvel?
And the other thing Chauvel notices as he's sitting upright is there's another lizard on the roof, except he looks like the roof. Same color as the roof.
There's 2 of them.
And they obviously kill people.
Mm. We're probably going to be dinner.
Can we search the robes at all?
You want to climb under the bed?
Sorry.
No,
lunch.
not really.
Lunch.
No.
There's a-
Is there any other doors in this room?
Just
No.
only the door you
Alright.
entered.
Okay, I will slowly back out. I'll tell Calcrix.
I will take the hint and back out.
Leaving the glittery gold behind.
No, I asked if I could get the mask.
You have to get under the bed to get the mask.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh. How far under the bed?
Pretty much crawl under the bed to get to it.
And Camdu's backing out?
Yep. Or you could send Jodri in. I'm sure he can do it.
How much does the inner 6-year-old want to grab the shiny thing?
Don't you have a specific role for that
She
too?
does.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for him to go roll.
I was going to see how she roleplayed it first. And then roll if she tried to resist.
So has anyone actually told there's another one in there?
Oh, no, I did.
You did.
Knowing what Martin
okay.
has told me about
I
my
said
wondering,
character, I'm
where is
going to
it?
have to go for the mask under the bed.
Oh,
In
wondering.
which case there's no roll required.
I'm sorry, but I know he's going to make me roll anyway.
Yeah.
And I know that it's
So-
going to be a disadvantage, so I might as well just go under the
yeah,
bed.
So moving forward, it's like, how are you going to play Calcrix
Oh,
as a
we
6-year-old?
finally told there's another one in
Don't
there.
worry about what Martin's going to make you roll.
Yeah.
Just role play Calcrix.
Calcrix goes for the mask.
And the thing is, the more Caltrix resists, the less likely you'll be asked to make the rolls ongoing.
Yeah.
But the more you fail to resist, the more often you'll be asked to
Yeah.
do those rolls.
Well, it's golden, it's shiny, and I'm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you see the little dragon disappear under the bed.
So what's the
Am I even in the
lizard
room or
on
is
the
I
roof
away
doing?
outside?
You can't tell where that lizard is on the roof. You've just been told
I
that there's a
mentioned
lizard
to
on the
Cam
roof.
I'm gonna look for it.
Give me a
better
perception roll.
let me go, just in case things go wrong.
Okay, so I put.
You drop your light source.
I don't
Uh,
drop him.
Yes.
I
You probably could.
Yes, there's a dragon in there.
Ow.
No, I put Chevelle
Well, no,
down.
Pretty
No,
sure Josh will
Cam
appreciate
did have me right way up.
You,
Thank
you,
goodness.
you land on your feet, but it's like you've been released. You can feel the blood rushing into your feet.
Oh, that's right. Hard
Yeah.
grasp. Yeah.
Camdu learnt long ago not to grab things lightly after having lost a sword and an axe in one encounter.
Yep.
Firm
I
grip on
stand up.
everything.
That sounds
Yeah,
pretty
but that would
scary.
be classed as attacking a lizard because he threw them in the roof.
Okay, so you just see the blue lizard behind the bed looking at you.
I'm still keeping an eye
And
on
did
the
you
roof.
tell Camdo about the lizard on the roof?
He told
Yeah,
you.
I can't see it.
You can't see it.
Okay, so yes, you reach the mask and you've got the mask. There's this icky sound as you pull it off the face.
Yummy.
It can be cleaned.
But it's shiny and gold.
I'm not getting the image from the mask.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
okay.
And as you wander out,
I wander out.
as you come out of the bed heading back to the others, I'm assuming, unless you want to start ransacking what you can of the body.
Do it.
Unless it's something shiny. It's something that's shiny that I can't resist.
Okay, so as you rush out, give me an initiative roll.
Do you know how I go? Because I'm waiting for this lizard to come out.
Can I
Problem is you
reroll?
can't see it. Yes, you can reroll.
You are being taken away. You can go next. Yeah, it's better. 10.
10. Okay.
Is that plus perception or?
Initiative, I don't think it's plus anything.
It's plus dexterity bonus.
Oh, so 12.
Okay.
Well, I also have.
So as you stick your head out of the bed, there's a book as a lizard falls from the roof in front of you and staring at you.
Hello?
So you're now between two lizards as you see the other one staring under the bed the other side.
Camdo?
Yes.
Can you tell them to...
And Camdo hears the lizards going, play, play.
Oh no.
They want to play with you, Kelkrin.
Could you remind them that I'm a dragon with lightning breath and play probably isn't in my vocabulary today?
Okay, I'll tell that to them.
Okay. Okay, they both scuttle up the walls.
I carefully back out.
Because hey, eating one of their foes would probably make them feel better.
Me?
Yes.
Dragons eat lizards.
Lizards, yeah.
I didn't eat them.
No, it's a it's basically a stereotype.
Yeah,
It's
it's
things will stereotype.
It's the same thing about the gnomes on the ship.
I'm being profiled?
Yes.
Yes.
by animals.
yes.
Novel
Let's see.
animals.
Horses, sheep,
Gnomes on ships where you were licking your lips at them.
I only eat non-meats.
Unless of course you threaten that you're going to eat them.
Well, I wouldn't really, but I might threaten it.
Well, you were joking last time. We all know
I
how that
was.
ended up.
I don't make that joke this time because they backed off, but I back out of the room.
Okay. You've made it another room with your shiny treasure.
Yep.
Who do you hand it to clean?
prestidigitation. There, it's clean.
Thank you.
Yes, you now have a nice shiny mask.
I put it
Doesn't
in my
quite-
bag of holding.
Doesn't quite fit on your face, but ding goes into your bag.
But it can fit on your butt.
You fit on my butt?
Look at my face. Look at my face.
Yeah, that's precisely
It's
what
like
I
the
do.
two-headed lizard.
Is this now to trick the lizards into thinking that's your face?
Yeah.
Great.
I'm not walking away from you because I'm still looking at you.
So who do you get to fix it on your butt?
No.
I put it in my bag of
Oh,
holding.
what
I
kind of
don't
bird
want
is
to
it
damage
supposed
it.
to be?
It is shiny.
You're not quite sure. It's of a variety you have not seen before.
the mask?
The shape of
Okay, it ain't a parrot and it ain't a seabird.
Religion roll? History roll?
Nature roll.
Nature roll.
'Cause it's a
I've
bird.
got a whole
I think
12.
Or
It's a bird.
It's a bird, lovely.
Maybe you should ask the naturist or naturalist or.
Hey, Fouled Ranger, what bird is it?
Did I
No one's
see?
rubbing
did-
that in, no.
No, not at all. Did I see the mask before it got tucked away in her bag?
Well, you got to see it as Yodri cleaned it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, right. Yeah, I guess. No, it's a bird.
There's
Yep.
a reason why you're a Failed Ranger. You don't even know your birds.
It's a bird.
It's a bird.
Do you know? Have you had enough experience, Ben?
I
Have
would,
you got
I would
nature?
believe that roll would almost make it think
Have you got
you're-
nature?
you think it's
Or
a
not,
cat.
if you don't, you can just make an
Yeah,
intelligence
I've
roll.
got nature.
No, because I've
So
got
yes, you do know
+7,
animals.
and it's
You
not a
might know.
1, so it's not downgraded.
Maybe not.
It's
Seven
supposed
all
to
up.
be.
It's a bird.
Nobody knows
Doesn't
what kind of
matter.
bird it is. Started to be funny,
gonna roll
it's
just
the bar
for
It's
fun.
not
Yeah.
appropriate.
Let's
D&D.
just have it.
Nature.
Do I have to get trained?
No.
It actually isn't a bird, it's a reptile.
Oh,
It's in nature.
I know it's a 1 in a 20
Yeah.
in D&D, and the other ones are like plus minus 10.
It's a dinosaur bird.
It's a
That's
dinosaur.
very good. That's
It's a rock.
They said dinosaurs.
14. It's a bird.
okay. It's a bird.
No, it's not, it's a dinosaur bird.
Am I the only one who hasn't tried to identify it yet?
Pretty much.
Could I give it a shot?
Yeah.
It'd be funny
Well,
if you like
what I
roll
like-
a 20, you're like, it's a bird, it's a bird. Oh, I know what this bird is.
What I'd like,
No, I don't know either.
what I'd like to think is
That's
that you go, oh yeah, it's
six.
a mask.
Do I add anything
Your
to it?
intelligence bonus.
Oh, 11.
It's a bird.
Yeah. It's a mask.
Do you have a look?
He did.
Yeah, I did.
It's a
That's what
mask.
it
Yeah,
Alright,
of
we
a
all
very
wanna go, let's
rare monkey. That looks like a bird.
It's a bird.
Oh,
A one.
So
One, yeah.
the south door was trapped, is that correct?
No, you never
It's
looked
an
at
ass
yourself. though.
mask.
You said that I identified
No.
that the north door wasn't trapped.
Yes, because you have to roll per door.
Oh, okay. Can
Do
I
you want to know
roll
what the
for
bird
south
is
You
called? It's an ass mask.
door? You're not doing too well.
So apparently you've had it identified by Yodri as the arse mask.
So,
Please
Ooh.
don't.
Hey, I rolled a one.
It's
of
perception,
course.
right? So
I think
18
it's an
plus
ass mask.
5 is 23.
That's pretty good.
Oh, much
And
better.
looking at
I've
the
got a
door,
plus
you don't
7.
see any
I've
traps
got
on that
0.
door either.
Okay. I open the door.
Okay. Opening the door. It looks like it might have been quarters of some sort of cleric, but it seems to have been abandoned.
Is there any lizard?
It contains furniture, a sleeping pallet, and a writing desk with a wooden
I'd
stool
like
and
to
chest.
recorrect you on that one, Ron.
Yeah.
It looks like the living quarters of a Failed Ranger.
You're so gonna get it later.
I am
You are
probably...
gonna pay. Oh.
He is gonna pick
Why
really
is Zol's
later.
moving towards the arrow?
Religion
The
roll
unwrapped
clerics.
arrow.
Oh, actually, I do believe that actually clerics are not all Failed Rangers, okay?
Religion check?
Sure.
Oh, that's better. 23.
Well, it is a definitely a cleric's quarters. Has all the signs of it.
I can't see any motives that I
You
recognize.
see none of the beds or anything has anything carved into it. It has no symbology anywhere you can see. All you can tell is it's plain, simple, and utilitarian,
Right. Okay.
which is completely foreign to you.
Yo.
In a because not used to rooms like
Reminds
that.
you of a past life. We used many things.
No, it really doesn't.
Damn it.
You should be able to take it now.
I'm not making this loud unless Russian speaking.
So in other words, a room for a monk.
A lot of clerics have those sort of quarters as well, so a monk would be suited there too. So does anyone go in and investigate? Because you're standing in the doorway going,
Oh yeah, I'll go.
Check out the desk.
okay. So you go in, give me a perception roll as you start looking at the desk.
No, here
Oh,
comes more
do-
things.
I was going in as well. Do I do one as well?
Why are the two squishy things going in?
Because the big meaty things are protecting them.
17.
Are they though?
So what do you get?
17.
Okay, so looking at the desk, it is nice and sturdy. It looks like it has seen use. It seems like it gets oiled maybe once a month or so.
Okay.
It's been maintained for a long time. And what you're seeing of the styling here, this is not a style you'll see.
Okay. But there's no one here currently.
Sorry, that's just me with meds.
Is it the kind of desk that has drawers,
No.
or is it just?
Just a desk. You would have thought drawers would have been useful, but
There's electric
the
shock on
possibility
the
they
screen
hadn't
too.
quite gotten
They've
around to
changed
drawers
the-
when they made this.
So just an
They've
empty desk, just
changed.
nicely
No,
made.
I used to do electric
Uh,
shocks all the time.
Not nicely
But this
made,
does
just
better.
solidly
Oh,
built.
good. Oh, that's good.
And what did you get on your perception roll?
Not very good. I got
Desk.
an 11.
Okay, so while he's busily examining the desk and
I'm
enjoying
doing
the
a more broad
lines.
view.
It's a big desk.
It's a big desk.
So there's a desk, there's a bed, there's a chest. The
Desk.
bed has no clothes on it. The desk is rather boring,
What?
and the chest appears to be unlocked when you wander over.
Uh-oh.
It's a good thing I haven't gone into this
Do
room.
you see a tongue sticking out of the chest?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Oh
Not
yeah.
yet.
I don't have detect good and evil, do I?
That,
You do.
I do, yes I do.
that won't work
Okay.
on mimics.
Why
If it
does
is
if it is
Do I
moving?
need to roll?
Well, it's not shiny.
shiny, well, there might be something shiny inside.
Sniff it?
So the dragon's trying to push out of your way to get to the chest.
I just want to sniff it.
Push it back.
Before stop detecting magic.
Don't open that.
I'm not going to open it, I just want to sniff it. Won't touch it, I just want to sniff.
Okay.
Martin. Notebook is MW.
MW, yes, that's the GM Midgard workbook.
Oh, okay.
So it would be stuff that
Before
would be
the
nasty spells.
dragon gets up to sniff it, can I throw a dagger at this chest?
Okay, so as you're about to sniff it, a dagger impales into the chest next to you.
Doing.
I let out a squeak.
Okay, did the chest do anything?
Yes, it did. It let out a squeak, apparently. Give me a perception roll.
I'll throw another dagger at the chest.
You got that chest good.
Okay. So give me a attack roll for that one.
Oh, it should be better than my perception roll. They both.
Stupid phone.
That's 16.
16. Okay, and as soon as you let another dagger lands into the chest right next to you.
When you won.
So
As soon as you yell out a yeep.
another dagger lands into the chest right next to you.
I let out another yeet.
So perception roll again for our.
Can I perception roll to see what's going on here,
Can
please?
someone warn me that these daggers are coming so that I can
We
stop
don't know
Stand-
that he's throwing
You don't
them!
know that he's throwing
Stand
them.
back, it's a mimic.
What's a mimic?
And
You've never met one.
What is a mimic?
Lick the chest and find out.
I don't want to lick the chest, I just want to just sniff it.
But Yodri, why are you throwing daggers at poor Calcrix?
no, I'm sorry about the chest. The chest just made a noise.
Yeah, because you were throwing daggers as Calcrix tried to sniff it. You
But
spooked
do you know
her.
that? But do you know that?
I'm in the room. She's standing
I'm
right
standing
in front
right
of me.
next to her.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, at the moment I'm hiding behind.
Yes.
What I like to think is like a
Some
spinning.
daggers
It's,
are
like,
flying
it's the
past me.
circus strip where there's a spinning wheel and a calcus is like stuck to it, and Noji's like, wah wah.
Well, Karkash was looking and then they go thunk.
Yeah.
And now
Can't wait for the
Calcrix
nat
is
one in the
behind
back
Zal.
of the head.
You spooked poor Calcrix.
On the plus side, I can't get my backstabbing on dagger throws. I would have gone through the chest.
I think it's
I
pretty safe
gather
to
the chest hasn't done anything.
Let's move slightly with each hit.
Yeah, because I am doing
It's
a
a
solid
mimic.
hit. I'm
Kill
doing
it.
it. It's taken a minimum of 10 points of damage.
But I'm guessing because he thinks this chest is a mimic, it might move.
Yes.
Like, seriously, what's a mimic?
Yep. A mimic is something that can appear as something else. The word mimic as mimicry.
Well, I got that as in mimicry, but is that like an actual
So-
creature?
Yes,
It's
it
an
is.
actual creature.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
generally they hide as chests, and then when you go to open the chest, they know you.
Big
So
toothy things.
very
you know.
very similar to how the roper killed me.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't there for the.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
I mean,
the
there is
roper,
that,
the
but-
roper was basically a string holding a fish, and it dangled a fish in front of Zar.
No, it was on the
Right.
ground,
Well,
hey, like floundering on the
Well,
ground.
yeah,
But
but
that's a
basically it
descrip-
flopped
a
it in
picture
front
of
of
it.
Zar.
Yeah.
Oh, so they often appear as chests.
Checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also appear as
Okay.
doors often as well.
Chairs,
Oh,
tables,
one.
they can appear as any
Toilet
object.
seats.
Yeah.
That's the funny one.
Actually,
Axe speaks.
I need to sleep later. Let's change the subject.
That's what a mimic is.
I had a very bad thought. I'm not going to say it. I'm just not going to say it.
What? Sex toy?
No.
Um,
No. What are you sleeping?
So, considering that 2 daggers have been thrown into this
Mhm.
chest, do I need to roll perception to see if the chest has done anything more than just
Sure. Give me a
be-
perception.
Tongue sticks out. Yeah.
Ooh, 20!
Natural 20.
Yay!
You look at it. and-
25.
And you can tell that each of his toss when it's hit the chest has moved it slightly with the weight of the toss.
Can I tell that it's just a chest?
Yeah.
I tell Yodri to stop knifing the chest, it's just a chest.
And then she opens it.
And then I open it.
Okay.
No.
And then
I
you
rolled
get
a natural 20.
and then you get attacked by the mimic that was hiding inside the chest.
Okay. The chest opens without a sound,
Is there anything in it?
and inside you see a wooden holy symbol in the shape of a balance.
A balance,
The chair
like the
was the
man's
mimic the
holding.
entire
Are we talking
time.
scales?
Mhm.
Okay.
Staring at us going, go, these guys.
And etched
On the
under
chest,
the lid
that was the chest last week.
are the words Barnabas Blade Cutter was here.
Barnabas Blade Cutter was here. I read that out to the group.
Sounds like
That's
a
with
dwarf.
me.
Yeah, it sounds like a dwarf. That's what I thought.
Or a halfling.
Roll to know who Barnabas
Halfling.
Blade Cutter is.
Pirate. It's a pirate
Oh
thing.
wait a sec. Actually, is there a pirate named after them?
Many pirates are like the term blade cutter or
Yeah.
bloodletter or
But not famous enough.
not famous.
Insight roll?
Insight.
Insight. His name's Barnabas, and he's a blade cutter. 5.
I don't think I'm going to roll another natural 20, so.
Nah. It's
I'm
16.
not
16.
interested
Looking
in
at
holy
it, you can
symbols.
tell whoever did this, their lettering was not that great.
Fair enough.
It's recognizable for what it's saying, but there's no skill at all in that. Even your former dwarven sensibilities is looking at this as poor taste, and your elven sensibilities that you've now got is like that. It's like they've tortured the wood just to get the letters out.
Whoa.
Fair enough.
Okay, retrieve my daggers and go.
I'm not interested in holy symbols, so.
So what? He's carved it into the chest or on the holy symbol?
Into the inside of the lid of the chest.
Oh wait, the chest could be Barnabas. Now where's the blade cutter?
That's a possibility.
That's
I
my,
thought
that,
it
I
was-
reckon that's my roll of 5. Okay.
I reckon
Said
we should.
Barna's blade cutter was here.
Alright, shall we move on?
I reckon we should take the holy symbol.
Well, I don't care, so it's up to you guys.
You're carrying Chevelle?
I'm not carrying Cheval. Cheval's being carried by Camden.
No,
No,
I'll
no,
actually put
carry
down. I will
down,
put
yeah.
down. I will put down for
Okay.
once.
I put Chevelle
It's
down
not my turn to
ages
carry
ago.
you. That was not on the cards.
She put
Sorry, but
Chevelle
No,
down.
you said you were going to carry the holy symbol.
In that other room. Where the lizard was.
I wasn't aware you're our token holy symbol.
How
I'm
old
sorry.
was the in carving?
You couldn't tell.
Could I have told? Because
I'll give it to you. It looks like that it was carved in there maybe about 50 to 100 years at least.
Whoa.
if you were to ask me that, I would tell you that.
Okay, they're dead now. Well, so there was a half.
You don't know that.
If they're a halfling, they'd still be around.
Not if
Halflings
they've
can
not
get
if
up to about 180.
yeah, not if they run into gnomes.
Not if they're a pirate.
No, pirates, you got the afterlife to worry about as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I just look around the room while I'm waiting for the others to finish.
Rest of the place is rather boring.
Okay. I wander back out to the
very
corridor.
quickly.
I see what Camdu's doing.
Did anything happen when I grabbed
Camdu's looking, fingers are twitching towards the light source.
I put my head underneath the twitching fingers to get a head scratch.
Oh yeah.
You've now kept Camdu busy.
The light source is going to quickly walk off.
And apparently they haven't noticed because they're both busy.
Exactly.
Everything starts to get dark for everyone else.
Can I notice?
I'm gonna go back to the middle of the T intersection because we're missing something here. No way we just hit a T intersection, and obviously. And then Stefan was
your light
grabbing
only goes so
Stefan.
far, so.
Yeah.
Did anything
Stefan?
happen when I grabbed the holy symbol?
Yes, you've got a holy symbol in your hands.
Okay, cool.
You've got wood.
Let go.
That's fine.
All you need now is, what was it? All the stone and.
Let go of
Guitar.
Chauvel's hand.
What size is the holy symbol?
It is.
Oh, well, it's
How
tiny.
big, actually, how big is the chest?
Chest would have been.
Actually, I'm interested in that holy symbol.
Here you go. Go
I'm
religion.
interested in a
Yeah,
mimic.
religion. Yeah.
You want to
It's
mimic?
such a great pet.
Well, they make great pets. They eat everything.
Well, I could have like a plant.
No, shush.
What is what?
She wants carnivorous pets.
Yes,
I want a plant mimic.
22.
22. Looking at it, it is the same symbol as one of the statues above that it was holding.
Yeah, see, I was thinking of matching it up to the other statue outside, but if the statue's one is like that big and this one that big, it's not going to do very much.
You just insert it into the sheet.
It might be
Yeah,
a key
maybe,
of some
yeah.
sort.
Or just hang it off a finger and see what happens.
I keep a hold of that.
But it is you can tell it's a holy symbol.
Is it
Just that
imbued
just
with
you-
magic or
He just has that sense of it being a holy symbol.
oh,
He just can't tell what god it belongs to.
No.
detect
So-
magic?
Holy symbols generally don't radiate magic.
Oh, got that? Okay.
So it's,
And
it's
unless you give up a spell slot, you have to then spend 10 minutes doing so.
so it's not a polar opposite because you would be able to tell a difference with that.
You'd be able to tell an unholy symbol, yes.
I didn't
We're
know what
missing
the
something
I didn't know
that's-
what the gods were before, but I could try another religion now that they have a name.
No, that, I
I'm
reckon
rolling
that's what
22s.
a halfling or whatever.
He got a 22,
vandalised.
and all he could do was recognize it was the same symbol as the one on the statue above.
Right.
And I was
okay.
rolling.
Sorry, I was
high
at the
20s.
hospital, so I didn't.
So,
We've worked it out that
Yep.
it was just a vandal who put something there.
Oh, okay.
Unless they've done it on this on the bed and that as well.
nope, just on the lid.
Can't have any.
Did you want a tea?
Okay,
Oh, no.
so, do you want to go left or right
Do you want me to
at the
make
T
a
intersection?
strawberries and cream one or brownie?
No, I'll just have the.
Wait, we didn't actually get to the T intersection.
No.
The T intersection was after the two doors.
Oh, okay, that makes sense now. Okay.
It's because of the corridor
I
going
was about to say
north,
because I
the
thought we
corridor
hit the
going
T intersection and went down one and saw a
Yeah.
room and then saw another
Oh,
room.
right, yeah.
Yeah, the
Okay.
chest to be more than 10 pounds. Wouldn't it?
south. Possibly.
No, I was
You wanted to
just-
pick it up and throw it?
No, I was tempted of carrying it around with magic, with mage hands and then having
By the way, your light source is walking down the corridor.
playing around with it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to follow the
Yep.
light source down the corridor.
So a few people are following the light source, so did you go left or right?
It's like an
You can look down both, probably look both ways,
Both of them go beyond 30 feet.
and then get hit by something. So they both go beyond 30 feet. Oh.
Yep.
I have something. I do not.
If it gets worse, it's an option.
Okay. Let's go left.
Okay. You go left. You walk for about 30 to 40 feet, and then you realize the corridor ends in a dead end about another 20 odd feet away from you.
Cool. Wrong way, going right.
I'll also mark in the intersection. So while I'm marking and you want to go, oh, went wrong way. Have you worked out why there was a dead end there? Could actually be like a secret.
Yeah, we're finding out.
Tea.
You want a tea?
So you're not going to try to search the area to see if there's actually any reason why they've put it.
Yeah, we'll search it right.
Yeah. Oh.
Going right.
Oh, okay.
On the pallet, I don't search.
Well,
hit things hard and blind people.
Okay, so you go around and go back the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as you start heading the other way, about 40 feet from the intersection, you see a door. And as you get closer to the door, you see there's another door beside it. And then just beyond that is a statue.
So I see door, statue.
So as you're walking down to the right side of the intersection, there's a door, and then there's another door, and then behind it is a statue. And that's the end of the corridor.
Ah. So there's 2 doors along the wall,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's a statue at the end of the corridor.
That is correct. And it seems to glitter. Seems to be a smaller version of the bearded man wielding a lightning bolt you saw on top of the pyramid. And it appears to be made of gold.
Great, so we're going to have either a dragon
There's
or
gonna be
or the non-thief deciding to go for it. I'm not going to touch anything.
Wait,
that's
the
but-
non-thief. What?
Are you calling me a non-thief again?
Yeah,
Battle Ranger.
because it's something shiny up a statue made out of gold.
I'd like to think
No,
Caltrix
that
is
was a
going.
dragon.
Wait a minute. Did someone say something shiny?
Yeah, there's a Caltrix flying past me.
Yeah, unfortunately, the dragon's more than 10 pounds, isn't it?
He is.
Can't
He
pick
is.
it up with May
So where's the shiny thing?
There's a big shining statue of gold at the end of the corridor.
How big?
Bigger than you. You ready to give it a hug?
Yes.
Okay.
There it is.
I hug it.
It's about 6 feet high.
I hug it
Cool.
and rub my cheek up against it.
Okay.
Greedy.
Can you hear it talk to you?
Everyone else gets to make a perception roll.
Oh yeah, there it is.
You seeing the electrical build-up? What
22.
is this with me rolling crap?
22.
It's because you've got a child on your back.
Oh yeah, being distracted with that. Okay, what is he pulling apart?
18.
Something else in your bag.
He's the only thing in that bag.
21.
In which case, then he's trying to reach for other things you've got. He's made little holes.
My bag of culture, which is down here. And he's probably got whatever that I've gone near and he's grabbed.
Okay, so most of you anyone who got 15 and higher, noticed that as Calcrix is rubbing up against the statue, Calcrix is getting the gold sort of colour on her scales where she's rubbing.
Oh,
It's not real gold?
You can't tell.
you're too
No,
busy
it
rubbing
could be
against that.
plated. But,
Just in case.
I'm too busy trying.
I run up
fine.
and crash tackle Calcrix.
Okay, so give me a athletics roll.
And
Just in case this thing's turning her to gold.
prestidigitation.
On
See
this
if
statue or on Calcrix?
on Calcrix. To see if the gold goes away.
15. Okay, you hit Calcrix and into the statue, and then pull her off the statue. Calcrix get to make a athletics roll to hang on to the statue if you wish.
No
to.
resistance.
No resistance.
I'm not watching him, so I have no idea.
Okay.
I just suddenly get pulled away and I'm like, what happened?
And before you notice that you're briefly covered in gold flecks all over yourself, it goes away.
Okay, well, no loss then. If I'd noticed it, then there
Oh,
would
I
be.
don't like that.
Oh.
But that was prestidigitation cast by.
Oh, that was.
Chauvel wasn't actually paying attention to that at the
Okay.
time, so
So,
However, does the statue have
it has
dragon marks.
scratch marks on it.
to like stone, or
Yep.
is it still okay?
So it's
do I notice the
It-
scratch
It was
mark?
gold-plated stone.
Aw,
It's fake gold. Sorry.
aw.
Looks like gold paint.
Hmm,
Yeah.
still pretty.
It's not even
But I
gold
no
leaf.
longer want to hug it.
Don't worry, you got a hug by Chauvel.
That's pretty good.
It was a very warm, enticing cuddle.
That's fine. I'm good with that.
And the door beside you opens.
Oh.
And you see a rather short for you because he's about 4.5 feet tall.
Here we go.
He looks out and is asking, so blah 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 blah, and none of you seem to understand what he's saying.
Comprehend languages.
And you cast the spell.
Oh, wait a sec. This is not a good space for that. About to gun.
What language is he speaking?
No
in?
one knows.
You
We don't know.
don't know.
None of us understand.
Is it similar to the Yolarum we've heard?
Doesn't
Nope.
sound similar at all.
But actually,
And it's not any of the like 10 languages I know.
No.
Shit, alright.
but it's a sorcery spell. It's not a wizard spell. Actually, what does he look like? A
he looks
short.
looks like he's dressed in clerical robes.
Okay. He looks alive?
He does look alive, yes. But he does have a mask on.
Oh, is it similar to the mask of the dead dude?
Let's see, where are their descriptions of their masks?
I ran out of hot water. Oh, okay. They only filled half that pot. I think it was only half a kettle full, so.
That's okay.
So he's got a golden
Didn't refill
mask.
after the last tea. I didn't. I think that was me.
He's dressed in chainmail over a blue tunic. And you see he's got a lightning bolt tattooed on his right shoulder.
So similar to the lady statue we
No,
saw?
No.
So the male statue.
Oh, sorry, the
The
male
one that
statue.
we reckon is.
Oh, no,
So
she
that's
had the
just
weak
sort of looks.
tissue.
That's got a picture of what they sort of look like.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He looks nasty.
He looks happy.
Well, I think he's an
Okay,
adjusted.
that's not going to be good.
I could also cast Comprehend Language. That's a wizard slot.
Uh-oh.
But I probably wouldn't have had that as a prepared spell, so.
Detect magic.
I've got it as a prepared spell. I'm just the only problem that I'm more worried about
I'm
is
going to detect magic.
it ain't clerical. It's
So how's
sorcery.
detect magic work in D&D?
Whoa.
D&D
Yeah, mine's
detect
based off
magic
of
is
wizard.
far better than
Yeah, but I
Pathfinder.
think they
Yeah, I know.
define
I was just looking that up
sorcery
before.
the same.
Yeah. Where is
So,
Yeah, it is.
detect magic will for concentration up to 10 minutes. You sense the presence of magic within 30 feet. If you sense magic this way, you can use your action to see faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn the school of magic if any. But you have to spend an action to actually cast it and say, yes, you detect presence of magic, but you then have to spend your action the next round to concentrate on it.
Can I
Seems
try
pretty
something?
important that we understand this guy, though.
Can I try something?
Yeah.
I'd like to make a
You're gonna start singing, aren't you?
no.
Really? We had a
Persuasion
lesson
check.
tonight.
To kind of put
Need
down my
more
weapon
fodder
in
for
front of
remixing.
them, just to show that I'm not here to hurt you, and what's in front of me to say I'm not armed, and then kind of signify
And then punch
I'm
him in
going
the face.
to use my medallion of thoughts to mind with you, to talk, and try and convince them that I can read their thoughts and
Okay, give me an
communicate
insight
that way.
roll.
Insight, okay.
Welcome to the pantomime now.
No, it's now a dance
Now
off.
that you've said what you're going to do, I'm going to make you an insight roll to see if you think that'd be a good thing to do.
Insight, that's a 16.
He looks a bit aggressive.
He looks aggressive. Okay, so it's probably not a good idea.
I'm going to detect good and evil on him.
Okay, you're detecting good and evil.
This is going to end well.
Oh, screw it. I'll cast comprehend language.
Isn't it like a 10-minute thing?
No, I've got it as
Oh,
a
you got it as a spell.
Hey, I've only got 2 sorcerer spells.
Yeah, but
Charm person, comprehend
There's a
language.
smile. I don't like that. Beware of the smiling dungeon one.
We're all gonna die.
you
No,
guys,
we're fine.
it's alright, I have a backup, it's fine.
I don't.
And death isn't the end, you know that.
It's just the beginning. 5 times!
I still say we're all gonna die.
So you cast detect good and evil.
Yes.
You do not detect an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you.
That's what that does. I forgot about
On the plus side, it means you don't
Cool.
detect any holy angel next to the statue.
that. Yeah, actually, that's true.
Dink, and you cast detect.
I cast comprehend
You
language.
cast comprehend languages. Okay. And
Hello!
What depends if it's aggressive.
Hello, we're here to kill you. Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
and he says, again I say, by Gorm, identify yourself.
I am Yodri.
You're
This-
what?
Yodfrey.
Your tree.
You're a tree?
My name.
Not a tree. I am not a tree.
This is
we're
Paladin, Failed Ranger, Dragon,
So,
Barbarian.
why are you here?
Barbarian,
explorers. We've
and
Heard-
Disney Singer.
about a
Sing
it's
a
either
dancer.
halfling cultists or cultists worshipping halflings. We're trying to work out what's going on around here.
Oh, you must be a follower of Yusemigara then.
Who?
Yusemigara, he says to him again.
Gesundheit.
Yeah.
You
And everyone else is giving. Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
yeah. We're
who is-
none of this.
Okay, Yusumi Garin. As he looks at him and he goes,
Yeah, Paladin. Yeah, Paladin knowing.
Does it say paladin in whatever language
Yep.
that person understands?
It says it's a paladin here.
Alright.
His god is that thing, vindictive.
That's pretty cool.
So
I
who is
like
Yusemi Garin on religion?
Mhm.
20 non-natural.
Okay, you recognize that as one of the lost gods.
One of the lost gods.
It got lost centuries ago.
Now he said by Gorm, did he?
Yeah.
Is that a god?
And you also heard of Gorm. He's also one of the lost gods. Currently,
Are these possibly the statues?
they could be.
Okay.
can I actually work out what he is? Dwarf, halfling, gnome?
He appears to be humanish,
I'm
but
going to
hard
do-
to tell because you can't, by his face being fully covered, can't tell what.
Oh, I didn't
racial
hear him
descent
say
is.
by the power of Gorm.
Well,
You
he
just
didn't tell
heard
you.
me.
Only
Yeah.
Yodri did.
You
I
would
was
have
gonna put two and two together because he's wearing the mask of the god out the front.
Yeah, well, there's also, he also mentioned Gorm. I
So
thought he
Yodri just told you.
For magic that I don't have prepared, I have to roll to see if it goes off. Is that correct, or do I have to spend?
If you haven't prepared it, you have for your rituals. You have to spend 10 minutes to cast it.
It's not a.
If it's not a ritual, you then have to learn it in the morning.
Yeah, no.
That's after an 8-hour rest. You can prepare it,
Okay, so if I haven't prepared comprehend languages, I can't use it for that day, or I have to.
or you have to use it as a ritual.
As a ritual, right? Okay. So I would then have to use the 10 minutes to use it as a ritual. I don't think me sitting down for 10 minutes is really gonna help
Well, I
right
think
now.
that's-
And this guy says, yeah, might makes right.
Okay.
By
So-
Gorm.
Okay, so
Boy.
Gorm say, so these gods are forgotten.
He flexes his arm a bit to say when he every time he says by Gorm, he flexes.
So
Is
Proud.
Yodri relaying this so I can?
Yeah, no, it's, well, I think so you worship Gorm.
Don't you? Everyone should. Gorm is everything. Gorm is he gives us rules that are essential to order.
Okay. It seems that the gods that you are mentioned are not as worshipped as much as.
My god still listens to me. That's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
my
yeah,
god?
yeah. I'm just saying that a lot of people are no longer worshipping him as that. They might be worshipping.
Well, the world was destroyed, so we don't go upstairs very often.
Okay, so you were here before this place became a desert.
Our teachings say so.
So you're just. Oh, it's his
Whoa!
descendant.
These are the people before the before this area became a desert.
Hence why they're talking a language that we don't understand because it's not common.
Yeah.
Or it's
How
forgot.
did you
It's forgotten.
survive for so long?
The world is dead. You survive. Magic helps.
Yeah,
Gorm,
magic does
Gorm
help.
provides food. By
but,
Gorm.
but the thing is,
By
we've
Gorm.
come from
By the power of Gorm.
we've come from beyond the desert.
There's nothing beyond the desert.
Yes, there is.
Gorm says so.
You are now challenging his beliefs. This
Yeah.
is not going to
Let's-
end well.
That it won't end
Yeah,
well.
well, my gods is of sea and storm, so I'm in the middle of the desert, which is the wrong time for sea.
My god is the power of sun and flames.
Gorm is the god of war, storms, and justice, he says. Justice will, and punishment shall fit the crime.
So, is you saying we've done wrong?
No, we haven't.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he just likes spouting his God's beliefs to people.
Yeah,
'Cause, you know,
and
that's
the thing
what-
is, I'm the one. I don't actually go against. Yes, you could worship that person. That I worship a slight part of it, but. So how many of you are here?
Well, he thinks for a moment. Not enough. Could do with more. You come to join Gorm?
I am just a mere traveller.
A mere traveller from the dead world outside would be far better served in here and living out the rest of your life in safety and purpose.
But there is no. I have
There is no world outside, I agree. Our teachings say so.
This is just as bad as trying to tell a dwarf what a gnome is.
No one who has ever left has ever returned.
Well, that's understandable because you got a dust storm out there, and you probably.
That is a holy storm, that is not a dust storm. By Gorm.
So we just hear blah 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 blah. Gorm.
No.
Yeah, blah blah blah. Blah.
It's great. So at least these are not the Welsh halflings. Be bugom. Eki thump. Actually, is there a god called Eki thump?
Could be worse.
I'm sure there are gods called anything, but I serve as Gorm.
Could be worse. Could be knick-knack, paddywhack.
Okay, so you haven't actually left this your city.
I have seen outside, it is a wasteland. There is nothing growing.
I don't know if these are because these. So no one's of your followers have left.
Some followers have left.
Ah, okay.
No one who has ever returned has seen anything but devastation.
Interesting.
Okay. That staff, can that also show? You know that message thing, staff thing?
Redrin style.
Yeah. Can that also project, or is it just a picture of him going, "Yes, good work, guys"?
No, I think I just.
I think that's just projecting Redrin because he has the hair
I thought it was
partner
just
to.
basically a
That
greater version of
artifact.
the message.
It is a version of the message.
Yeah. So it doesn't project him. We just basically talk by casting a
Maybe he could also.
10th level message.
Yeah,
Almost.
it's an artifact, so whatever goes.
Yeah, just press
So
the
are you
button.
a servant of, if you're not a servant of Gorm, are you a servant of Usamigaris, the child god?
No.
He's saying this too.
Oh.
We
You got the
don't
child
know.
god, Yosemitearis.
I think I did a religion rolls. These were both lost gods that.
Yeah,
that-
No.
Records haven't been able to find about. They've been mentioned in passing, but it's been centuries and millennia since people have actually been known to worship them.
Yeah, but obviously lost gods. None of us worship them. What about the third one? Well, we haven't heard from the
So,
third one yet.
Yeah, and who's the third god that you've got the statue of outside? The one with the sword.
Oh, that would be Madura, goddess of birth, death, and changing seasons.
Huh.
Yeah,
So
she
she's
would have been
basically
really
Diana.
screwed since your crops and that got destroyed.
It was right on half. But,
Of
yeah,
They
I
could have had. They could
suspected
have.
she was goddess of growth.
yeah.
Well, they
Well,
could
that's
have
the
had
other
a.
thing.
Wheat and being a woman. But
Well,
remember-
the sword for me instantly screamed Diana or Diana-ish anyway, or is it Artemis?
Artemis, the huntress.
Yeah, the huntress.
Also, do remember.
So
The main reason why
what
I'm doing this
happens
campaign
with
is
old
the fact
gods?
that
Does the
there's a war
newer
for
gods
gods.
take up their mantle and just say,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm the old god
Okay.
as well? Or
So give me a religion check for your character.
okay. One thing I do not like talking about with. That's a 13.
Okay, you actually now remember Usamigaris. He is one of the halflings gods.
Huh.
Yay!
magic, messengers, thieves, and travel.
Okay. Whoa! Hey.
Okay. And I will give Camdo a roll for religion on Majura.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a sec. So.
15 all up.
15. Okay. So, have you seen the Thor movies?
Yeah.
So you know Lady Sif, the female in the group of heroes that Thor hangs out with.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is Majura.
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. Wow.
Does she get killed off in Ragnarok?
No.
I don't think she appears in Ragnarok.
No, she doesn't appear in Ragnarok.
That was one of the biggest complaints going. Where the hell is she?
Yes.
Hard to tell because not everyone's available.
Yeah.
She was also missing from Endgame and Infinity.
Yeah, yeah, she was.
She may have been down as one of the ones killed because a lot of the heroes were killed off while Thor was away. I think you noticed that none of the major heroes of his Asgard actually made it off Asgard. Okay, so
It was a combination of what's her face, Helot and Thing. I think.
What was it? So the devastation happened was about 500 odd years ago, wasn't it?
okay, let me see if I can.
No, there was longer than that. It's
Thousands.
thousands years ago, if not longer.
Thank you.
Everybody else good for
Fine things.
Going back in time to the when it actually pops up. So over 2,000 years ago, it still hasn't shown up there. Okay, so it probably got destroyed about 2,000 years ago. That's the last a lot of information about this region changed, and no one knows what it was like here more than 2,000 years ago.
But these guys are saying they have records.
They do.
Did Yodri relay that, or
Well, they've been down here. They were here before the world went crazy upstairs, so they reckon that the world's being destroyed.
So from their
And-
perspective, it has.
Well, I've told them that we've come beyond the desert.
They,
They don't
they
believe
think
me.
that's crazy.
Because I actually come from the sea, seafaring halflings.
They think you're crazy because there's no water above ground.
I just wish I could have shown that, but don't have any. Yeah, that's all that.
that's terrible.
I saw one with George Lucas back in the 80s with Yoda, and
Yeah.
then with Baby Yoda in The Mandalorian. And it looks like Yoda has reversed aging while he's aged.
Wow.
That's pretty level.
Yeah, then another one with that, and with a picture of Baby Yoda. Lied, she said.
Okay, so what else would you like to talk to him about? Now that you got his attention, even though he thinks you're crazy.
Yeah, well, you can class me as a crazy halfling. What race are you?
I am human, he says.
Sorry, I was
Have
in
you
the
never
bath.
seen a human before? It looks like you've got a couple amongst you.
No, you're just fairly short for most humans that I've seen. Pointing to.
Well, I'm not exactly. Well, I'm tall, but
I'm
how tall is he?
He's about 4.5 feet tall.
I'm 6
Oh,
foot
he's
tall.
shorter than me.
A lot
He's like-
taller.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
6 foot tall.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I'm just
no, no,
showing
no.
it.
But
Yeah.
like Zal's more of a normal human height. He's
Yeah, yeah.
like 5'6" or something.
5'9".
At
is
five-
the average.
At
Something like
5'9",
that.
you are above most of the people's heights. Most of the humans cap out at around 4.5.
I am.
On average, most humans are about
Sorry,
4 to 5 feet.
I'm 5'1".
Yeah. So most humans are about 4 to 5 feet tall. So you're above most human height.
Yeah.
You stand out in crowds.
Not as much as Cam do, but yeah, I still
You still
stand
look.
out.
You still look over the heads of most of the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Oh,
This
sorry,
is
not
my
5'9",
standard at the
between
moment
5'6"
of humans
and
that I've dealt with.
Depending on the male thing.
In our world, yes.
In our-
in
yeah,
the in the D&D world, it's not that.
Sorry, I eat brain.
I'm just trying to make sure we're not correcting things badly.
What I wanted to ask was while I was in the bathroom, is there anything that I should know that I don't know? We already asked a bunch of questions.
He has asked a bunch of questions.
He's asked a bunch of questions. He's got very interesting answers, but he's kind of half relayed to us.
By
We-
Gorm.
By Gorm, yeah.
Okay.
We're getting that a lot. We've kind of now put two and together that whenever he does this, he's praising his god. I think.
Yes, and we've located a.
And that he's referenced 3 lost gods.
Right.
Um,
And they're the ones above, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's kind of it.
Can we ask him what he's doing here? How long he's been here?
He's been here for all of his life. They're surviving due to the fact that they don't want to go outside because the world's been destroyed. And they've been supplied by food and that by Gorm.
Yeah, by Gorm.
So when you say by Gorm, you have to do that as well.
It is honouring the god by Gorm.
This is going to be a very awkward conversation now.
Well,
We just see Audrey going every now and again.
Does he mind telling us more about his culture and his beliefs?
I'm going to be doing a lot of translating.
Okay, so he has explained a lot of it to
Your
Yodri already.
Okay, alright.
that Gorm is the god of war, storms, and justice,
Okay. Sorry for making you go back over.
and they wear the golden mask of their god Gorm. A long-haired, bearded man with a stern gaze.
Speaking of masks, can I ask him about the masks and if there's what sort of masks they are and do they have particular meaning through Yodri?
Yes, they all have special meaning based on the god they're related to.
And is there any avian gods? I don't show him the mask, I just ask about my mask.
Possibly I'd have to go back and read the entry again to figure out which one it is. It's okay.
I bring you more tea?
Possibly.
Wait, I can make that pot again. That should do 2 or 3.
He's only just started.
Oh. Look at by the time it's finished rebrewing, and by the time the kettle's done. Again.
I might be
Okay,
ready
so
for it.
what you find out is Gorm has the gold masks, Usemigaris has the silver masks, and Majura has the bronze masks.
So I'm guessing Gorm is the male. How do you tell the other two, the female and the child?
Well, one has
Silver-
silver masks and one has bronze masks.
Okay, and have we figured out
Well, the thing is,
which one has the silver and which has the bronze?
I just said
yeah,
that.
the silver
Sorry.
is female, the bronze is the child.
Okay.
The silver is Usemigaris and the bronze is Majura.
Yeah, but I didn't know that Yasamigaris belongs to the female or the child.
It is a child.
Yeah, so Yamigaris is the child and the other one is
Mhm.
the female and that's the bronze mask.
Yes. Which Camdo recognise also is depicting Lady Sif.
Lady Sif, like from Thor like
Yes,
time.
exactly.
Yeah.
That they do have her in their pantheon still.
So I presume my mask had gold on it, so it probably is one of the Gorm.
Probably related to Gorm in some way.
So I asked through Yodri about bird type representations in his culture.
That is going to have to take me some time to research.
Okay, so
I just couldn't find it in the book, so
leave it for another time. Okay, I can do
you
that.
need to remind me though.
I'll write it down.
It was probably a failed apprentice.
Well,
Or it could have been the.
but what it does tell us is that maybe one of their followers got killed in that room by the lizards or by someone else.
Could be. Or it could be that the place where the cleric was, he happened to went into that room and got mugged by
Yeah.
the lizards.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But that's something that's useful information, but probably not information we want to part with, because we don't want to be blamed for killing someone we didn't kill. Which is why I don't pull my mask out. Are we welcome to...
So, the rest of their beliefs are,
Yep.
they believe in justice tempered by mercy.
Right.
They worship Gorm on the 4th day of each week, from whenever they consider the week start.
Okay.
And they consider lightning storms that frequent the in the area to be magically produce lightning to be holy.
So as a lightning dragon, would I be considered holy?
Probably yes.
Does he realise I'm a lightning dragon?
No.
Can I do a small little display of lightning without hurting anyone?
Quite possibly, but for you, small displays are quite devastating.
Can I do some sparks or something? Surely I can
No,
do sparks.
you haven't learned that yet. Yours is all or nothing.
You haven't learnt fine control.
Haven't I?
No.
How do I learn that?
Practice.
Grow older.
Or get spells
I'd
for
like
it.
to just do sparks occasionally. It'd be nice. This is something I specifically want to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but your sparks, look, it's...
Like just little sparks to say I'm a lightning dragon, but not kill anyone.
yeah, you do it from a distance.
Can I tell him I'm a lightning dragon?
You could.
What? I don't think that's a good idea.
He's the
Why
one who has to
not?
translate.
Do you want to stay here for the rest of your life?
Didn't think of that. I'll think about it. Thank you for being my adult.
Images of you being stuck to a chair, and then all of a sudden that chair levitates around.
Thank
Yeah.
you for adulting for me today.
Yeah, yeah. Since you managed to catch it and adult for me, that's appreciated. I really like that name, Aaron. That was my last one. I had to get some more tomorrow. I'll support people who help me with that now. I love your
Okay.
dice. Very pretty purple.
Yeah.
It was a set.
Nice set. I think it's one of my first sets.
What task?
It's a whole set.
I'll still use your
Okay, so while you're in the middle of doing that, another the far door opens, the one closest to the statue, and you see an imposing person who's wearing his chainmail over his dark blue tunic, darker than the others. He's got the darkest blue of the group you've seen so far.
Challenge accepted.
Oh, no. I think that's more of the...
Does the paladin look
His
at
gold
him?
mask depicts the bearded man with a stern gaze,
So
and he has a
probably the
silver
higher-
helmet which is very ornate with a protective visor.
So it's probably higher up in the hierarchy. They're not socks. He socks at me. Sorry, I shouldn't have looked at your phone. I apologise.
No. She's a
I
friend.
just looked up and I just saw these socks and I'm like, they're pretty cool.
She's actually a friend up in Mongol. You know, her and her husband were best friends with
Challenge accepted.
what's his name?
And he looks at the paladin, and the paladin hears,
yeah,
"Welcome,
yeah,
paladin," in his
I
head.
know who you're talking about.
Go
I
ahead.
don't know his name.
Oh.
But I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Wow,
They're
okay.
all
I
brought
say
together.
thank you.
Yeah.
Lion.
Here's the halfling with you.
They were
Who's
all
the
best
halfling
friends.
with me?
Here's the halfling
And
with
they
you.
grew up together.
Oh, is the halfling with me? Yes.
No.
He's the halfling to be trusted.
She's up in
This
the-
halfling I point to.
Yes.
She's probably newer
Yes.
than herself.
Unfortunately, I can't
Really?
I like looking at other people.
Then you are welcome, even though he's a halfling.
Oh, what? Well, what have you got? One of the gods is a halfling god.
Yes, it's supposing. Except you don't know this from his discussions with him. Yes, mental.
Oh, I thought he was speaking.
No.
He hears it
So
in
is
his
he a
head.
paladin?
He's speaking into the paladin's head.
No one can hear anything, but I'm having
Well,
Do
that's
the
just my
rest of us
response.
notice that he's
But
come in,
how
or do we
we
need
can
You
to
notice him come
respond
in
the
and
same
just
way.
stare around the group and then stare at the paladin.
Right.
What? Veil of silence?
Here's no, just checking you out.
Hi.
And he's speaking common,
He's speaking directly into the brain, so
but
Are you speaking to all of our brains?
no, just
Just, just mine. No one can hear anything. I'm just staring at this guy.
I
He's
still
staring
say
back at me.
hi. In as friendly a manner as a dragon can manage.
Does he look like he's threatening any of us?
he looks like he's the sort of person who's always in control.
Kangaroo's going to walk up to him
Yep.
And hold out a hand.
He looks at your hand. And then he actually just reaches out and takes your hand.
Okay.
And put his other hand on top of yours. And you
Uh-oh.
hear a welcome, warrior
You know what
maiden.
that means, though, don't you? When they put their hand on top of yours, that's body language to say, I'm asserting my dominance over you.
Doesn't matter. Can do. Then we go straight over Candy's
Okay,
head.
alright.
It says, welcome, warrior maiden, in your head.
Oh, I reply and say thank you.
I still say hi.
He glances over at you and says, you may come and take respite.
Spite.
Thank you.
And you'll hear that in your heads.
Is that equal food?
Oh wow.
That's not.
He looks back at the dragon.
I hate vegetables and fruits.
And
Yes.
lizards.
It includes food.
And boat people.
I don't eat
So-
boat people. I eat vegetables and fruit. I'm
So what is
vegetarian
the
dragon.
language that you're
I'm pretty sure you eat fish when Zal's eating fish, so that's not entirely true.
not
we
vegetarian.
are speaking the civilized tongue, he says.
I don't eat
or
krill.
vile which
Presbyterian?
civilization?
That's the one that eats fish?
Pescatarian.
Oh, pescatarian.
The dead civilization. Because it died.
That'd probably be me, because I don't eat
Has
sentient
a name
animals.
of that civilization?
Yeah, pescatarian.
We call it the dead
So
civilization.
if they've got emotions of
'Cause
any
it
sort,
died.
then I won't eat them.
God, some of my
So
fighter
you've
fish
got,
had emotions, that's for sure.
Gnomish
Don't
logic.
ruin it for me.
Yeah, but they're fighter fish. They're
You state
bastards.
the obvious.
I had an argument with my doctor about
Is there something better to state?
No, I was
Really?
more of trying to find
I
out
was
who
trying to
you
go
were, not who
vegetarian.
you are now.
Yeah.
and, I need to
I
eat protein
was
because of,
sleeping,
some
now I'm
muscle
not.
and
No.
everything.
Yeah.
And I'm
Because
He,
not
he
enough
seems to be
protein.
picking up things literally. He doesn't understand the metaphors
you
you're trying to
can't.
explain
You've
to
got
him.
Because
Supplement
we're
with
trying to
lens
study
that's
the
legumes.
past,
Yeah.
so the
And
So
past
you need
cannot
to
be
check
I
the
can't
lens.
the past
digest
cannot
all
happen
that
I was
again.
gonna say.
Sleep.
So you travel through time.
Somewhat digesting
I wish.
protein,
I was gonna say, because
Yeah.
You're a genie as well.
No.
Genie's not welcome here.
No, I'm not a genie.
That's
Dan, be careful when it don't say that word again because you get other people happy.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yes,
understandable.
yes, I remember now. We were told not to say any of it because of this is the land
But
of the genie.
those salads and things are
The gene are all
based
evil.
on my diet.
Genes will be
Yeah.
destroyed where possible.
Yeah.
So I eat mostly salads.
Gene make promises
That's good.
that ruin people's lives.
Well, he's worried about
It's
my
not logic.
because I'm losing my hands now.
Oh no.
Have you seen
And
the meme for
sometimes all
the
way
Star
up
Trek
to my
gin?
elbow.
Damn it,
And,
gin!
so
There's a
he's
picture of the
trying to
Enterprise on
get
the
me
bottle.
to keep me. And when I do my blood test,
I
it
say
shows
to our
all
lovely
the things
host,
I'm
Mhm.
not on and so
thank
we
you
end
for
up arguing about
respite.
food.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
willing to
Not in a
learn
bad way. But
Yeah. Do you
all
take
about
supplements
this.
at all?
I do.
ancient.
Something, yes, somewhat.
Is it rude to
So,
say
yeah.
civilization?
I take a good multivitamin.
He looks at you and goes,
Magnesium.
there is no other civilization, so how can it be ancient?
Magnesium, turmeric, B3,
Okay. I'm here to
Because
learn
my
about
whole
your
vitamins got
civilization.
yeah.
Well, we are very civilized here, but it's been a
You
while
need
since any of us could read.
A multivitamin won't have the B12. B12 you
Ah.
have to get
Find out.
No, you have to get the supplement,
How might teach him how to read?
which it sort of melts in your mouth.
Oh, not the best
Because-
person to teach him how to read,
Yeah,
but I'll teach him how to
that
read.
one the body doesn't really
So,
I sourced it through.
so you were shooting into the first door, where you see that there are 5 men in the room with bunks. They all have steel helmets and each have a golden mask.
Oh, okay, well that's good.
Oh.
That's all good then.
Same as the one that's being eaten.
Same as the
Yeah.
the one that you were speaking to earlier.
So sorry, they people or statues?
They are people.
The people.
So there's 5 knights that
It's
were
got 9 milligrams of iron instead of the standard.
Just trying to get to
40.
the weapons
Yeah.
that they have.
I'm just trying to focus on what Martin was saying.
Oh, I was about to say
Yeah.
I'm finding it hard with the crosstalk too.
Yeah, the crosstalk is getting hard for me too.
Sorry.
So to help.
Okay, and they
all.
all seem to have long swords. So when you see them, they look like
Okay.
So they look the same as the guys we saw in the.
So they're all wearing masks.
Okay.
So Martin said they look like the same as the one that we met in the corridor,
Yeah.
not the one that's under the bed, but
In the corridor.
yeah, the one
Yeah.
that
So no
the one
bird
that came out to us and started speaking gibberish that only Yodri could hear.
Yeah. Can we understand them now at all? Because
No,
of
we
the
can
new guy?
understand the main guy.
The guy who talks in our heads. Okay.
And when he talks to his other guys, only Yodri can understand him while his spell is in effect.
Okay.
Do you know how long
It only
the
goes
combat
for,
is?
he only
10
goes for 10
minutes.
minutes.
It does.
Oh, okay.
And I can only cast it one more time.
But both Emma
Doesn't it
have
work?
Technically, you
Mm.
should be able to do it as a ritual still.
I'm a sorcerer. I don't think sorcerers do rituals.
You can.
Everyone can do rituals.
Oh, that's why me and Emma only have it as a ritual.
Yeah. So because I didn't do it as a learnt spell for the day, even though I know it, I can still do it as a ritual, which is where I would have to spend the 10 minutes. I could probably do that now that we're in here, so I can converse.
That might be a good idea.
What's
Yeah.
the point? He's talking to us in our minds.
But to the rest
Because
of
one of
them,
them
though.
when he
well.
talks to the rest of them, he might be saying something we should know about.
We've
Yes.
got head honcho here.
Yes.
And
After I've told him it's safe,
It doesn't mean we
gut
should
them.
trust him.
The probably the 5 people also in here go, yeah, boss, go do it. Woo!
And you see that
There might be more head honchos there.
there is an adjoining room. So the other door you saw adjoins to this room, and there are 2 rooms behind it. There's a door behind it. So just trying to see what's-
Woman.
I find a corner and start ritual casting.
Okay, and so there seems to be 11 of these soldiers all up.
I'm done getting up and down.
One of them being the head guy.
So mine says it lasts for an hour, not 10 minutes. Why would that be?
Comprehend languages.
Yeah.
I was checking the book.
It probably does last for an
It
hour,
might be an hour.
but the old one lasts.
Oh
for
yeah,
10
now.
minutes.
One action.
It does last for an hour.
I don't think old is
I start
I don't think
ritual
old is
casting. Do I need a roll for that, or is it just
You will need to do a. Because you don't have it memorized, you're prepared. You will need to roll for it.
and then with the spell, it gets +7. Is that right?
It gets +7. Yes.
I think I get it. 26.
Yep. You have no problems getting your ritual up, and then you start hearing their by Gorm as they talk to each other.
By gone.
No,
That's how they end most sentences, by the way.
You see them flexing, Michael.
well, I kind of
Ah, yes, brother,
associated that with Gorm from what he said,
Would you like a
but
drink,
now I'm
Michael?
like, oh, I get it.
And it's the end of every sentence.
Oh, that's
It's
annoying.
radio talk, basically. It's them saying over.
But that's only when they're speaking aloud. So when the leader speaks into your head, he doesn't add by Gorm in any of the conversation.
I got an 18 to follow suit because after about 10 minutes of kind of being a songstress / actress, and I started going
What did you
every,
get?
every time everyone else got.
What did you
18.
get? You know, 18?
Young man.
Perfectly mimicking the by Gorm, except it sort of says almost by warm. But it's close. But
Just every time everyone else.
YMCA.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. Cool. Oh,
What
yep.
was it? Your series. What was the name of the halfling?
do Samagaris.
Samarkand.
You don't want to join the village people, okay?
No.
You're already part of Disney.
So,
There's going
is
to
there
be
any
clashing
followers of
contracts.
Mr.
Your manager's saying so.
Yeah.
You sure Disney doesn't know?
Usamagaris has another area of the
But imagine the next album sounds of an ancient civilization.
of the pyramid. He says,
I could remix that.
By the door.
as does Madura.
So
What would the implications be if the halfling god came back?
The gods have never left.
No, I meant in more on the halfling scale, because it means that we started to get some of our culture back.
Well, the halflings still follow Usamagaris.
Yeah, but
But the thing is they have lost a bit of their culture and identity.
I have a question with comprehend languages, which I know we can understand the literal meaning of the language now that we've casted. Do we know what that language is now that we can understand it?
So it sounds like your native language,
Okay. So can I
and it's an approximation of what they're saying translated to something you understand.
understand? Right.
So if they say a command word,
Mm.
you don't hear the word actually activate something. You just hear a translation of what that means in your terms.
Right. Okay.
So that's where comprehend language is a dangerous spell for people,
Yeah.
and people who always have it on never actually hear how to activate things.
Yeah. So no, it was gonna be more like if I don't know what language they're talking in, can I ask either the head honcho what their language is?
You're going to say dead language.
Gorm.
He says that it says the only civilized language.
Yep. When you
I've
I've
okay.
already asked.
Hey, listen, it's time to learn the only civilized language.
Yeah, apparently. And did that have a name before you became the only civilized?
They're sure they did, but they have long forgotten.
Oh, okay, so they don't know what they're talking yet. Right. Okay, that's more what I wanted to establish.
By the power of
This is
the
more
law.
of a player question.
Mhm.
Do you have to be of a magic type to be able to have like that ability
To do the rituals?
like comprehend language?
No, you just have to have a ritual book and learn how to do it.
So that's something I could foreseeably do if I don't want to be left.
That's right, yours.
You have a sorcerer level, don't you?
You have sorcerer level.
So I could do a ritual where is that in one of my standard rituals, like in the book, if I were to look that up?
Possibly, yes.
Okay.
I don't think you have it yet. We'll have to figure that out.
Okay.
That's
So
gonna-
that's something I might follow up with you a bit later.
Can she just copy it from my ritual book?
Oh, I think I might
She
have to
must
learn
learn
it
it.
during proper downtime, and I'm okay doing it that way.
Or actually, can she cast it from my ritual book?
No, because it's specific to you.
She hasn't learned it yet.
Yeah.
So
and,
you have to.
and I'm okay.
You can have the spell put in the book and still not be able to use it.
That's why
you
I
have
said
to
it's a
learn
player
it.
question
Yeah.
more than a character question.
I was more of you going, yes, she can have it cast on her.
Can you cast it on
No.
someone?
No, that's what I meant. She could actually try to get it from my ritual book.
So I gather myself, Camdo, and
Shogal and Shofar, I think, all have to be told by the other two what's happening.
what's happening?
Yeah,
Didn't you say
I'm
you
not
had
hearing the
comprehend
word.
languages?
Yeah, but no one
Sorry,
told me we had
I
to
don't know
cast
what's
it.
going on.
Oh,
He's being his usual self.
Is there
She's being
food
so
here?
I've been
Being
too busy
invited to
studying
eat
this.
here?
You've been provided bread and milk.
would I know that you have
do they have any-
comprehend languages?
Yeah,
I've used it in the past.
Yeah, okay.
Water or things like that, or
They don't have
asked
water,
you,
they
why
have-
don't you
just
cast
milk and
comprehend languages? You
milk?
just told me to, right?
I'm happy with that. I was
Yeah.
thinking about hydration. And
Why
I don't
am
know.
I still translating for you when you can just do it yourself?
Because I'm busy
But
studying
you are
the
underground,
signal.
so you're not in the direct
Fascinating.
sun, so it does
So
help.
it's
that's
not
them
hot where we are?
saluting their
Okay,
god.
alright.
Was
Well, I
it?
thank them.
Yes, every time you mention they
I'm
got
hungry. Can I
Roll.
get my
They,
bread?
they basically they end their
That's what they do.
sentences
And then
by
Yeah, that's all I
Flexing.
appeasing their god, and
do
that's
anyone
that.
of you
that
recognise me
flexing.
Sorry, I'm
as?
trying to keep track of everything else going at the same
Sorry.
time,
So
and
if you
you're
want to actually
dominating
know
my
what the conversation
attention.
is, because
Sorry,
they
okay,
say
I'll stop.
by Gorm with everything.
Right, okay. But surely if I keep doing that with them, I'll be scoring points.
You could be also insulting them.
Well, they seem to be okay there at the moment. Oh, hang on. There we go. Yep, sorry. Carry on.
elves.
No, just my sister, cousin, thing, my family. Rolls eyes.
Say you're wrong, but that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. you can't. You can't.
Okay. So you find out from the Brotherhood while you're relaxing that they're opposing someone by the name of the Zargonites.
The what?
Zargonites.
Okay.
So
People who brought about the destruction of their world.
I thought they got wiped out.
But we didn't know that these guys existed, so
Yeah,
we'll
no,
give
no,
them
no,
a bit
no.
of grain of
Yeah.
salt with that one.
Hang on, did you tell us that?
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
Just a-
That's why I was going.
Alright. Can I do a roll?
We're essentially, unless you cast comprehend languages, I'm bludgeonery. Blood.
So let's see, Wizards of Destruction.
I'm translating
have to
for you,
find
but
the
I'm not
name.
happy about it.
I want to know if Zargonates relates to dwarves, because used to being a dwarf, I may or may not know the terminology. Or at least have heard of it.
I don't think it'd be dwarf.
We don't know yet.
The,
It might be the halfling name of dwarf.
they're not halflings, they're just short humans.
We don't know that.
Ask them.
Yeah, they don't know that. They don't know what they are. Well, that's not going to work very well. See what's inside?
What are you trying to figure out?
I'm trying to see if Zargonites relates to...
Religion roll.
Oh, religion. Okay. Alright.
He thought it was dwarves.
Yeah, I was curious if it might be with reference to dwarves.
Zargonites as religion.
Can I get a reroll?
I got a
You can do
19.
reroll.
Right.
You got a 19?
Yeah.
What have we got?
You haven't particularly heard of the name Zargon.
Oh, sweet.
That don't sound friendly.
Natural 20, so 21.
Natural 20. You have heard that the goddess known as Night or Our Lady of Darkness, the pinnacle of the entropy sphere, also has followers. They call themselves Argonauts. The polar opposite to Ixion.
Oh. That's awkward. She happens to be my current pet.
Wait, what?
So that's probably why you know about it.
Nix is your current patron.
Mm-hmm. Well, Marwooden, Our Lady of Darkness, Queen of Ice and Shadow.
Different one.
Oh, different one. Okay.
Marduin is another one.
So there are multiple people called Our Lady of Darkness. That's just confusing.
Well, Our Lady of Darkness is specifically her, which means that you might have somehow gotten your character have be working for the wrong god,
Oh.
because they do like to give their different names to people.
It's supposed to be the Genasi god of death?
Oh, she is technically the goddess of the Dark Genasi.
Fuck. Okay, it is her.
So
Okay.
yes.
So what? You're a worshipper of her. That's the reason why you know about her.
Then yes,
I was
that-
going
that-
down
that's
that route.
That is the reason you actually know who she is, because you've been following her for a while.
Hand on long sword. Won't you say that again?
Nope.
No, because
And you do know that the paladin over there is basically technically your enemy.
Oh, this is awkward.
It's not a good rivalry.
Oh, whoops.
you already knew that. Because he's
So
Basically,
did you actually just say that
The
out loud?
forces of Zargon
Okay.
and
I just-
forces of
Out of character realised it.
Tubak have been known to have a bloody history.
Because you know when my dwarf was thinking of going down the necromancy route and stuff, and I lost connection with one of my gods because of the necromancy thing. He changed to that one.
Yes, I was going to say that's when you were.
I'd like to think our lovers episode.
Tigress,
It's like Romeo
when
and
you lived
Juliet.
in Tigress.
That
Yeah.
happened
You
before
started
that
following
happened,
her.
so before he
Yeah.
changed gods. That might have been the deciding. So after that lover episode, he then changed religions. You
Yeah.
helped him change religions.
So when you made him Tigress is when he swapped to her.
So it's all your fault.
Back in the old days.
Wait, didn't I?
When you got rid of the elven part.
Yeah, no, but
Was it
then
the elf
Oh, it was
part?
when you got rid of the elven part.
Yeah, it's also part of the reason why I turned to
Oh,
necromancy.
I thought it was when he became.
I didn't
Tigress.
get rid of the elven
When,
part.
when he became the thing that you then stopped him being.
Oh,
session.
So you did that.
No,
yeah,
okay, so that was my
it's
fault.
the session of the gods must be crazy episode.
Because-
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I
Yeah,
was-
sorry, we're in
Change
Yeah,
delay.
you tried to
religion
blame me,
3
but I'm pretty
times
sure
or
that
something
he
like that.
changed.
Or
So
was it 4?
And then I
Every
sent
time
my
one of
god
God
to
was
protect
mentioned.
him.
No, kind of.
And then
Yeah,
you had dragon gods
after I
come in.
got my god to stop the thing, you were
Yeah,
like, I can
that's
do it
right.
better, and you did by making it worse.
I didn't make it worse.
You made it worse.
No, I made my god protected.
You made it worse.
I did make it
You
worse.
made it worse.
You made it worse.
No, I made it better.
You really didn't.
But yes, the gods mashup episode.
Yeah, it looks like we're going down the same path with another god smash up.
Okay, so yes, so
My
you do
god
have an
was
understanding of
more.
who Zargos, Our Lady of Darkness, really is.
Excellent. Not quite, but yes.
And basically, you're not surprised that she was responsible for the destruction of someone's entire civilization, as it may go.
Keeping that to myself.
It's basically she is known to punish those who deserve it.
This explains why my metal album has been so good.
You've had the right level of angst. Okay, so now that you have some idea of who you're up against.
Uh-oh.
Awkward. You guys go do that. I'll be over here.
And they say that beneath their feet, further down, lies the heart of the Zargonite's cult.
Wait, so you're camped up on top of the people or god that you're warring with?
There's nowhere else to go.
So you've been warring for the last 2,000 years. Surprised you haven't wiped each other out.
Maybe they're keeping them at bay.
But so there's other people of that faith in this.
In our world, yes.
Okay.
Go meet them. Say hello.
Wait a second.
It's just letting us know that it is 10 o'clock, so we didn't go into too deep a combat. And people don't get too tired.
Wasn't there a boss boy talking about Hollow World?
Who?
Yes. Well, he said one of the other
Group-
teams has found the inner world or the hollow world or something like that. I didn't think he went into details, but
Yeah, but what happens if these? So you've got an entire civilization underground. So this could be another Hollow World thingamajig or whatever.
Well, he just said it's a cult underground, not necessarily an entire world underground.
This is their world.
Yeah, it's just saying this is it.
this is their world. But we're not. I think technically the inner world's like, is it on another plane technically, or is
Hard to tell because no one really understands it.
Yeah, and I don't think we're there, but
If we go to
We should go check out this cult, see where they're at.
No, I'm more curious because he also said that.
yeah, but is it a good idea to be like, yeah, we totally want to go
supplies
down.
you with food and that as well. So
And he is asking if you wish to be honorary members of the Brotherhood of Gorm
No.
and have free access to their healing and food while you're here.
Should ask what the terms are. Because if they want like a fifth of your soul, I'm not cool with that.
It's not that you'll be replacing your god.
Do you have that much left? Sorry, I couldn't help
No,
myself.
the I'm saving that fifth for my next album.
You mean your next character?
That's my secret. My albums are actually characters.
You live longer than you do.
God, you are like Taylor Swift. But rather than breakup songs, it's character songs.
Here's my faith protector of pirates. Damn, I wish I wrote
Which
that
makes
down there
sense.
properly.
Your main hit, Go Away, is all the gods fighting over you.
Oh, that was my fault. Oh, it makes sense now.
So Simarak is a protector of pirates from the R&D area.
Yeah, Simmer. That was a female one, wasn't it?
Doesn't care however you want to perceive them.
Because I'm going as basically as the seas and storms and that.
Most of the gods are androgynous. They appear as their worshipper will most take direction. So if you are more subservient to females, then it will appear as female. If you're more subservient to males, it will appear as male.
Family was a matriarchy.
So the gods basically
How do you spell it?
SY something or other. You'll find it under Asterius. I'm still halfway through. As I think we've just now gone through time.
Hello.
Does anyone else want to top up a bit or reason
Okay.
printing?
I'm good, thank you.
I might actually get a top up. It is-
Fair enough. Did
Well, it's
you
done.
turn the heater on or not? Okay, fair enough. So did you have fun watching Scooby Doo? Okay.
Do you need any cold water?
Oh yeah, Teen Toad's the other thing. Yep. Okay. Well, that's about a big day then.
Did you want any more, Martin?
Oh.
I-
I don't
Okay.
think
It
there's
sounds like you've taken one as well.
I'm good for the moment.
I'll just leave it.
Okay. Well, oh. Yeah. Okay. I'll see you when I get home. Okay.
Okay, so they basically say that if you wish to make use of their facilities, they their motto is "Justice shall be swift like a sandstorm" by Gorm, which they're happy to teach everyone.
By Darude.
And they don't mind if other people have different gods, just that you would not be a full member if you don't worship God himself. And that the Brotherhood's beliefs are summarized as might makes right, punishment shall fit the crime yet be merciful, and rules are essential to order. And they wish to overthrow the reign of Zargon and return the people to their former glory. They don't believe the deserts outside can grow again while Zargon remains.
Well, that's understandable. But it's only in a small area.
So
So again, you're trying to tell people that believe one thing, that their whole belief system is a lie.
Yeah, you can't. It won't work.
So
It's imagine trying to argue with a flat earther that the Earth is round. They don't understand.
Speaking of flat earthers.
you do that later. Show them later. So they're happy to teach us, though. I presume that involves downtime, and we don't.
They're happy to give you the brief understanding.
Oh, the brief understanding. Okay, right. Okay.
If you want to stay with them and learn their language, that could take a week.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'd be happy to get the brief understanding of their world. I would probably have to cast comprehend languages again at some point, but I presume I have like 50 minutes still.
So those of you who are willing to uphold their beliefs, they're happy to give you a medallion of Gorm, which is a small golden mask of Gorm, on a necklace.
Don't think.
Would your god be against their beliefs?
Mine wouldn't be. It's already gone for part of it, storms.
Religion roll?
Yeah, probably. What was their beliefs again?
Might makes right. Punishment shall fit the crime yet be merciful. And rules are essential to order. So they're basically lawful people.
15?
I don't know if mine.
I don't think your god's merciful.
No.
15?
I didn't think so.
Mine's lawful, I think.
Yours is merciful, but yours isn't about might makes right.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's
So-
more
so, yeah, no.
pacifist, I
Yeah.
think.
Yours is more the protection of nature.
More protection.
17.
17. As far as you're concerned, might makes right. Your god would,
Yeah, I know
would be
might
happy with
make-
that
yeah.
one. Punishment fit the crime. Your god would believe in that one, but the finish of that statement yet be merciful. Your god doesn't believe in
Yeah.
mercy for those who have committed crimes.
Yeah.
And rules are essential to order is something your god does believe in, but as long as your god has dictated the rules.
But isn't that all of them?
No, some
Oh,
of them,
except for the trickster ones. Yeah.
many of the gods are rules of society, rules of justice, rules of this. The paladin's god is
Definitely think
my
your
rules,
god's out of
doesn't
it.
care what the rest of the world cares about. If you break his rules, he's upset.
That's the other problem. He's saying
Mine
that
makes
the
right. I
rules
think is the only thing
aren't
that might
guidelines.
Whereas this one is, it doesn't matter whose rules they are, they're essential to the belief. Following the rules is essential.
Do I need
Yeah,
So
to?
you
definitely
can't
not
use
Cam do.
sideways.
No, definitely not.
I'm guessing
Cam
I
do
need to
following
make
the
a roll to
rules.
kind of guess my god wouldn't be too happy.
But there
No.
might be a first time.
Well, you're-
Maybe. No.
No, wait a second. Isn't your
You're
one
a barbarian.
section as well?
No.
When do barbarians follow rules?
Seeing as my god's kind of
Exactly.
semi-responsible for
The
their
rules are their
Yeah,
my
but the thing is-
destruction.
But the thing is, wouldn't it want to do
And if
even
you
more?
disagree,
So
you
you
meet
kind of
muscles.
try to deceive yourself,
Yeah.
get yourself in the inner sanctum, and then bam, launch the nuke.
So I don't
There's
think
more
any
distraction.
of us will be, as much as we'd like to say thank you for the offer,
But it doesn't fit your belief system.
Yes,
But the leader
I don't
says
think
in your head.
yeah.
He does find your code of justice to be a little stricter than his.
That's probably why they like you, Paladin.
Well, that's because he's black. It's black. It's either black or white paladins.
Oh, they are basically paladins
the
as well.
thing is,
Yeah.
it's so close to
You-
theirs,
you've got-
just
Yeah,
minus a few
exactly.
things.
You've got 12 paladins in the room at the moment.
Yeah, I understand that. They would have to be.
Except for we don't have 12 screaming paladins in our face, we just have one.
Yeah.
But you do have you have one says paladin and the other say Gorm.
Gorm, yeah, I
I
know.
like the thing that drove the sofa, sorry. It's just like, yes.
No, she's all about the Gorm, apparently.
So you do
Which
find
is
out.
hilarious because you've just been saluting their god the whole time.
Yeah.
Which is-
Following their actions,
which is
I
the
haven't realised it's been,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, no, but
So-
like when I told you that and then you realise what god they're against, you're still doing it.
I'm doing the action, but I'm not saying the prayer.
So you've got they do describe that the Umasagaras are mostly magi, and they believe that knowledge is true power and will always be. And their beliefs are, if it's not written down, it never happened. Considering none of the Gormites can understand writing.
I agree with that. If it's not written down, it doesn't happen.
And the answer to any conundrum is always right there.
It's
You
just
just
like
have to know
picture
how
it
to
didn't
look for
happen.
it.
Like the
I've
murder of
written
somebody's
down
parents.
I was about to say, isn't that right, Sal? It wasn't written down. Your parents died under unnatural causes.
I've
You
written
do
down everything
realise
happened.
that my arrow
That's you as a player,
is
not as in.
Calcrix keeps a journal, which she tells her god about every night.
so yeah, she does. Yeah, she does.
Did we mention to Calprix that happened? Calprix
Probably-
wasn't here when we
probably
had
not.
that. Yeah.
Well,
Calprix
then I
wasn't.
might not know about that.
Yes.
Or may have told you sometime over a camp.
I've talked to Camdo an awful lot.
Yeah.
And
Captain's
then
probably told her.
Then
Oh,
the
probably.
warrior maiden's motto is fear is a shackle that can bind us to inaction. Throw down those shackles and swing a sword, which is why they think Camdu is a warrior maiden. Their beliefs is actions not words defines those who are great. Strength comes from within. And death is simply the end of the chapter, not the whole book.
Sounds
Birth
like
is the
Sith.
beginning of a new chapter. What was that?
Saying sounds like Sith.
Uh,
Break the chains, isn't it?
And basically, everything they say about the warrior maiden is the way of life of Camdu up until now.
See, that's why I like that statue. Reminded me of me.
Okay. And you also find out that the three groups, the Brotherhood of Gorm, the Magi of Usamagaras, and the Warrior Maidens of Majura, do not agree on how to deal with the Zargonites.
The Zargonites.
Yeah.
So we're here to deal with the Zargonites? Are they? Well, we don't
They
know.
are the ones dealing with the Zargonites. You're here to learn.
We were here to hunt cultists.
No.
Technically,
we
these
were,
are cultists
No.
by the term of cultists.
Yeah. We were trying to
That's
find
why I
out.
had a distinct feeling these guys
No.
are the cultists.
Yeah, we were sent here to find out
There,
what's going
so
on.
far, you've identified 4 separate cults that
Are in this one
Yeah.
building
And you know
alone.
what's funny? We can't take any of this out of the valley.
Well, we
No, we can't.
we have the knowledge of it,
Yes.
but
That's why we use the staff and beam it out.
Oh, yeah, don't worry, that'll be later.
yeah, that's much later.
Once we go find the other cults.
So there are
There's 3
4
more to go.
cults in this building alone, but I don't think it's the.
Not in this building alone. We have to go.
And
find
from
the
what
other
you've
ones.
heard of their description of Zargonites, they're the ones who have been getting out and causing havoc in the region.
Right. Okay.
So they're the ones we have to deal with. Hooray!
Well, they're the ones we need to find out where they are. But they said they're under this building that they know of.
So we go visit them.
So I reckon they have their own ruins which undermine this.
Probably.
So they also mentioned that if you wish to not become a brother of Gorm, then you'd need to prove your worth in their test of character.
I'm down.
They made.
Of character. What does that test involve?
Hopefully not death, but
Can,
does involve a lot
can
of death.
one
I
person
mean,
do the test?
Sure,
for
if
the
it's got
whole
many
team?
characters.
Oh. One person can do the test.
But does that apply to everyone then? Or does each
Hard to
one
do
have
the
to do it
test.
themselves?
Each one is responsible for their
I
own
don't need a
test.
6th death, thank you.
I'd do the test.
But no, he's just saying each one's responsible.
I'd like to show them that although that we don't agree on certain areas, our gods are similarly alike.
Yeah.
So I'd do the test of character.
I don't think Yamuga would like either of it.
I vote
Well-
Lighthouse for test.
Well, the thing
No,
is,
everyone has
the,
to do their own test.
The
Everybody
gods
has
that
to
we
do the test.
worship definitely go against the lady of the night or whatever,
But-
Zargonists.
You don't understand. They're giving us one of two options. You either be a part of the Brotherhood of Gorm, or you do a character test.
Yeah.
Or
The
we
test of
leave.
But they said if we don't do that, then they won't give us lodging or food. That's it.
Yeah, so
Is that right?
or we leave.
Basically, they expect you to leave.
Well, I want to learn, so I'll happily do a character test.
I want to find out these other cults. What are these other cults? And say the same thing. We're gonna get like 4 different tests now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna be tested
Most
every time we
likely.
get a cult.
You might want to collect all the necklaces.
No,
Aren't you a collector?
no, I'm not.
Don't you want to collect them all?
The Paladin.
The
did.
collector's here.
Paladin wants to learn
What?
about these other religions.
What's the disagreement to do with about the Zargonites?
Well, what
Oh,
the
you started
Zargonites
down
are
the
evil. They
view.
must be destroyed.
Yeah,
And
so
they're
what?
destroying
Yeah,
your
I can
entire
understand that.
culture.
Back
But
again.
why is the other two cults saying no, we shouldn't destroy
They're
them?
not. They don't understand why you're calling them cults.
Oh, okay. The other worshippers of the other gods, why are they saying that we shouldn't destroy them?
Because they don't agree that on how we should do so.
Okay, so you all agree on the crime, but you disagree on the punishment.
Yes.
So the method of distributing the punishment.
Yes. That's basically the big thing they're disagreeing on is how to administer their punishment. And because they're not administering it as united fronts, they're being picked apart.
So couldn't you just divvy up a third of them? So one gets punished by your method, and the other 2/3 get punished by their method.
But then they're not really getting punished.
Okay, and then after you've done that, you then punish the remains of the other two.
But then those that got out of punishment will never get punished.
Okay, so not as insane as I thought. Because I know of some religions they would continually punish the body. Yep.
Don't put ideas in their head.
Martin,
Mm-hmm.
I know you've said it several times, but each time you've said it, I haven't been up to writing it.
Yeah.
The Gorm follows, like, there's 3 laws that you were talking
Yep.
about.
Might makes right.
Might makes right.
Punishment shall fit the crime, yet be merciful.
Crazy puppy dogs.
Might makes right.
One popular apparently.
Punishment.
It's the same greyhound.
Fit the
Can
crime.
jump
But be
super
merciful.
long and super high.
Rules are essential to order.
Punishment shall fit the crime. Sorry, I can't write as fast as people talk. But be merciful. And there must be laws.
Rules are essential to order.
Rules are essential to order. Thank you. Sorry.
All good.
No fence can hold.
Okay. you may actually end up going a completely different direction.
Well, I don't understand any of this yet, so I don't know that I've even got the option.
Okay. So yes, they are happy to do that, and I think next session might be a good time to decide who's going to do the test to make sure I get the test right.
Sounds good.
Paladin.
Cantil do it.
I'm still voting Paladin.
I'm not
Paladin's
doing
gonna
it.
do it.
Cantil do it.
But Paladin's not doing
I
it for you.
think our gods are
That's fine. I don't want to do it for me. I want one person to do the test, and then
Yeah,
we'll go.
see-
they
see-
did it. It's fine.
If they weren't
No, no.
so like might is right. They're very overpowering, overbearing.
They're also very male dominated.
Yeah.
But that's why Candu was thinking maybe she could do it for everyone, but they didn't agree with that.
Don't worry.
It'll just have. We'll probably have to go to the other worshippers.
The two heavy hitters will happily go with mine is right.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, you guys can do that, but are we allowed to stay while they do
Yep.
the test? Okay, but once they've done that, we have to go, and then they learn, or
Well, as long as they're happy with how the people do it,
right?
and the people who do the test will be considered honorary members of their group.
And then we can leave? if
You
we
can
want
come.
to?
You can come and go if you want.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's weird. Okay.
Whereas the others will not be welcome unless you're with them.
Which it's unlikely that we wouldn't
Be with us.
them.
Which
Yeah.
is why
But
I
then
wanted
you'll be welcome. Yeah.
Paladin to do it.
Yeah.
The Paladin's not going to be the voice person of all four. Well, actually, all three.
Well, if you were all four, it would be rather interesting.
Yeah.
How would you broker this truce between these
other
gods and the
three,
gods you hate?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I'll say three because the main three seem interesting. However, the fourth chaotic people.
They may not be chaotic.
Yeah, still no.
Yeah, your god would definitely not like doing that.
Well,
Whereas
your
probably
god
a-
is about bringing light. That god is about bringing darkness.
Exactly.
That's why I
the
said they are
first
polar
problem.
opposites.
Considering that we know his supernova was town, that's not.
No. Country.
No, it was a town.
Just a town.
It was a
it's a
town,
city.
and
Oh
then
no,
he
I was talking about the
Nix. Zargos.
Zargos.
Zargos is, as far as you're concerned at this stage, probably the one behind the destruction of this country.
And the Zargonites are on probably what brought it through.
Or maintain the destruction.
True.
And it also goes in part to why we're here to investigate what is going on in this desert and why has this
Got it.
cult, which now we're seeing is not new per se, but they are now being more active. And why would that be?
Well, because things are going chaotic
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Well, we'll
So
find that out.
old cults shall emerge.
Well, I mean, we just learnt about technically 4 gods that none of us really knew about before. So apart from 3 for so far.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sure you
Well,
do.
most of you just think Zargos and have no connection, but
Yeah.
now you have someone who knows a little too much.
Yeah, but he didn't say that to anyone
No,
yet.
no.
So
So it's just this god Zargos.
yeah. For the rest of us, we're just
Which
like,
is-
oh, 4 new gods, great.
Except you did know Camdu picked up that one of them, Majura, was the goddess Sif for the Norse.
Right. Yep. For her.
Then you had Yodri pick up that Usamagaris is actually one of the halfling gods and still active as a halfling god. So you've got 2 of the 3 gods you've heard about now are active in the other world.
And then we're
But
going to learn
under
about
different,
this one.
but under
And
different
Gorm
names.
doesn't appear to be active in the outer worlds as far as you can tell.
Fair enough.
Usamagaris is known as
Sorry.
Usamagaris.
But so the other 2 go by different names outside here, though?
Gorm hasn't. You don't know if it has any other place. Usamagaris has the same name in 5 Shires.
Oh, okay.
So where Yodri learnt it from.
Right.
But
Yeah, the
Yodri-
land-loving ones, not the sea-loving ones.
And Candu can do in her time in with the Norse people
For
know
3
that
years.
Sif is honoured for being one of the warrior women,
Right.
Yeah.
and she's very much in the image of those people.
Nice.
Any other things you need to write down, Ariadna? You good?
Yeah, we need to work out a proper punishment that all 3 of these worshippers can agree on.
That might be hard. So I'm going to go put it onto end credits.